smoky clubs to fields of green, her life took a turn, but her rhythm still the same. Feel the passion burn. On stage she was a queen, now the land's her throne. Every note she sang now echoes in seeds she's sown. Her journey's just begun, a new chapter in her song. Watch her dance with the seasons, right where she belongs. She was a jazz and blues singer, making her way around the world. The journey stopped, but the song did not. So what's going on with you, girl? She started a YouTube channel and learned how to grow veggies, fruits, and bread, and a bunch of chickens in a row. Diva of the stage to diva in the dirt. Same diva, new life, diva in the dirt. Singing sweet melodies now with the earth. From city lights to moonlit nights, she's found her worth. With every seed she plants, a new story grows. From the mic to the soil, a rhythm she knows. Diva in the dirt, watch her thrive and gleam. Same passion, new dreams on the homestead scene.
Well, welcome. And already adding to my stage, my co-host, Carol, South Florida Sunshine. Wearing our pinks.
Hoping my Wi-Fi holds. It's being weird.
Yeah, mine's being weird as well. It's just, whatever. So anyway, welcome all in. We got some ground to cover, but before we start, I do want to just go through and welcome everybody in. And first, laugh out loud, it's Storms, Radios, and Cats. Welcome. And that you were the very first. Very proud of his accomplishment to be the first one. And of course, Miss Sharon, who is part of the Diva Club and also is the moderator. We need to come up with a really cool kind of catch name for her. The master
She's
moderator.
Like a mod god, but I think I've heard that before. Mod god from the mod squad.
Yeah. Well, she's a mod. She's a mod mom because she gets everybody's channel posted up and just goes to town. So we do really appreciate you, Miss Sharon. Thank you so much for always coming in and hanging out. And you were here earlier, but you're doing stuff in the background. So you were busy doing your own thing. Really?
I was typing in second, and I saw Miss Sharon go up, and I was like,
"It's my turn. It's it's not about you, Carol. It's about my time."
I know.
That's
totally.
Mike's Chaotic Gardening with a big wave. Welcome. Good to see you. Oh, Gear, you're here early. Yeah. And I am going to go and change my top chat to live chat because that's what Miss Sharon always tells us to do. And there is my mumsy. Yes, I had a rough week.
I'm sorry.
And we are going to talk about some of that today. I went and changed something on my camera settings, and it's like yours is the right color. Mine is like looks faded, and then also it's like I'm washed out. My hands are dark, but my face is weird. So you'll be backstage in a minute. Anyway, the Bud Files. Hello, peoples. Hello, Bud Files. Thank you so much for coming in. Gear. Not enough day in a day off. Groceries done, lawn work done, and supper almost done. Woo!
We
are wearing dirt merch. This is dirt merch.
Yeah. The dirt is from Diva.
Yes. Yeah. So yes, check to see that you are in the live chat. It's just up at the top. I'm not sure what all it says, but there is one there, and you want the live chat. Absolutely not.
Definitely.
You are not allowed to leave. You will just stay right here. Well, that's Country Hustle 101. Good evening to you. Haven't seen you for a while. I hope everything is well in your world and you're hustling in the country. So welcome and glad to have you here. So
for real.
Oh, and look who it is.
What?
Broke Farmer. Broke Farmer is here. Welcome. Good to see you here, sir. Good to see you coming and
Oh,
hanging out.
I feel like I got to put on a Georgia accent to greet.
Mushroom
Well, look
Mark.
at you.
Well, welcome and hello to you.
Mushroom
Glad
Mark.
to see you here. I'd like to know where your wife is.
We were just
She's not
actually,
here.
Tony and I were saying what a good supporter he is, as far as a
He is
husband, what a
amazing.
lovely supporter he is in the side chat for her. I really love that.
Truly. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage. Storms.
Hey, Storms.
Hi, Diva. Hi, Carol.
Good to see you, sir. Oh,
Hi,
you're a little
people
bit far away
inside
from you're a little bit far away from your microphone.
Well, it's because the cat won't move.
Oh, okay. My Renaissance Grandma, welcome in. And again, who is in the Diva Club. Thank you so much for being a part of the Diva Club, where you get fabulous perks of being with me.
And seeing things early.
Yes, you do get to have all my videos come out early for all that are in the club as well, in the Diva Club. And I only have the one I did used to have the other tiers, and I just thought, you know what, when it's 99 cents, that's so much more reasonable. And you think about it, it's like $12 a year supporting a channel, so it's not a big thing to do.
Right.
And yes, and eventually I think as the group grows, I think I might do where it's like we'll just have a little private chat with those in the group that we can just kind of hang out and not do like a public live, and just have our our times together. So anyway, thank you again. Oh yes, and Carol of course is also in the Diva Club.
Yes, I am.
She certainly is. So tonight, I'm just going to go into my banners here. So the title was When Garden Pests Attack Humans. And I want to talk about natural reliefs and repellents.
Great.
And I wish that I could show you how bad my arm was. But you'll see a little bit of scarring, but it's hard to see but it was, the weird thing is that I had, actually, if I do it this way, you can see this is a dark patch that's still healing. And this is Wednesday. And these things were actually like pockets of liquid. And then it even moved down into my hand where these were swollen in here. And this was because of an aphid. What? I had five I didn't know aphids. Well, number one, aphids don't bite because what they do is they only have a little poker, a little sucker that sucks out the juices of the plant. And so they do the same thing. So they would land on me, and of course I would feel the sting and I would just squish it right away. And and this was, I'm pruning some trees, and so I'm shaking up their environment, and it just did a number on me. So super itchy, very uncomfortable. And no, I'd never. And my reaction, I'm going to say, well, I guess I'm allergic to aphids, because later in the evening, my arm started to ache. I didn't have much use of, it wasn't like it was completely impaired, but it was an achy arm. And then the itchiness was so bad. And the rash that came with it. And then, just like I said, this dark circle here, like that was would have been it would have been about this big. And and it was a pocket of fluid, super bad inflammation. So so I wanted to talk about the pests that bother people, the pests that bother the people like me. And so
what about aphids, other people? Is that other people?
We'll talk about the critter type, not the human.
Yeah, the critter. Okay,
that's for another live. That's for a private live when we're not live. So of course mosquitoes, and those are really bad. Wasps, of course, and the no-see-ums, ants, fleas, ticks, and other small creepers. And I know for those of you in those warmer climates, you guys have a lot more of these. I don't. We have the no-see-ums, the mosquitoes, and the aphids. We do have ticks. I do believe in force, but they're not. It's not. You're not hearing people, having big tick outbreaks. But I wanted to show, just before we move on, I just wanted to show, because it's like, it's kind of fascinating when you look at what the little suckers look like. And so here is our stinking little aphids. And those are, I forget what the term is for their babies, but that's their little babies. And then this one, this is the one I wanted to show because I've never seen this. This is a no-see-um. Look at how tiny it is.
West Coast here has a problem with those. Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's like, look at, like when you see the person's finger, that's how tiny. And go, no wonder why I've never seen them.
They're probably north of me. They're probably north of me on the East Coast too, but I know about West Coast. Like I always hear them complain about them.
And then these freaking little bloodsuckers.
They carry chainsaws here. They just go through our screened in rooms where you think you're safe.
It's just awful. And of course, if you've, depending on your climate, the mosquitoes, of course, are out in droves. And we actually, the other night we were out sitting around on the patio, and it just got to be so bad that I just said, that's it. I'm getting the, those little off. It's like with a little candle and it's some little thing like that. We put those out and that made a difference. But that's not necessarily a good chemical to be breathing. When we've been over the last, probably month or two, you, Shawnee, and I have all been talking about how are we going to clean our systems of the toxic things. And so it's not the best thing to use. So just one moment.
Well, some of them are citronella, and if you can get a natural citronella, you'd be okay.
Absolutely.
But you're right. Some of them are not natural. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to turn off the commercials. So, so I kind of told you what happened with my aphid reaction. And so by Thursday, I was trying to put, beautyberry bush.
Yeah. You probably could grow it. You probably could grow it. It's great for mosquitoes. You rub it on yourself. Brush it in your hands and then rub it on yourself.
Exactly. And I do have, I didn't bring it with me. It's a product that I pick up out of Alberta, the province Alberta, and it is a lavender scent, and it does help with, and it is for burns and bites, but it's really short window. But I find that I could use it. It's all natural, and I could use it even as a repellent. I think the lavender was keeping things away, and I hadn't done anything like that. And I'm just in these trees cutting down branches, and I was just getting hit. So do
you guys have a twig ant up there by chance?
A what?
A twig ant, they're called. I'm gonna look up and see if they go as far up.
Let's talk about that.
Those light me up here really bad, like that, but huge welts. And people think they bite, but I think, hold on, their stings. Hold on, let me see. They're gonna barely, they don't look like anything. Let me share it. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Awesome.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. What are some of the other pests that you struggle with?
Okay. Let me see if it'll blow it up. All right. Share this tab. All right.
Oh my goodness.
It looks just like an ant. The backside is just a little bit longer. So some people even think, they're termites. Wow. But on the end of that backside is a stinger, like a wasp. And they will clamp onto you and then boop, 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 sting you with their little butt. And,
oh my goodness.
And not just like a wasp, it doesn't fall out. So they can continue to sting you until you get them off your arm or you crush them. So yeah, we have those here. I got bit really bad when I picked up a mango tree. Here, let me stop sharing it. When I picked up a mango tree,
Nope, we're here.
There we go. Thank you. Did not realize it was on me. Walked into Whole Foods, was just casually talking to another shopper because he was looking at the turmeric. I'm like, yeah, that stuff's great. I like to juice it. And as I'm saying I like to juice it, I felt whomp. Something hit me on my arm, like a bug sting or something. It just hurt. I looked down, and by the time I looked down, it hit me again, and it hit me a third time before I could get it off my arm. I got home and it was the same thing, like welts all over me. and had it happen again in the backyard, but it got me on my back when it came down off the tree. So
Oh
they
my
live up
goodness.
in the canopy of our trees or in our bushes, and you could be trimming and
Wow.
they can land on you and
Wow.
just go to town. They're really nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Storms, I know that you've got the cicadas. You get the music of the cicadas. They don't bite or anything, do they?
No, you can
No.
hold it in your hand. All they do is
Right.
just
Yeah.
walk across your hand. You don't go, what?
Yeah.
I can eat this.
No.
Yeah.
But they're noisy and their carcasses
Yes,
are
yeah.
everywhere. I'm
Yeah,
not
they
just
shed
talking.
everywhere.
I'm not just talking about the sheds. I'm talking about it's like some of them are dead. So
Mhm.
I don't know what's up with that. But no, I got attacked by ticks the other day. I was clearing some weeds, and I had checked myself before I came in the house. Didn't see anything, which doesn't mean anything. I want you to know it wasn't until the next day that I realized I had one here, one around the waist again.
Still
And I was like,
attached. Wow.
So now I've got these places on me that itch, and I'm trying not to, scratch it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're horrible. We've got some that are almost as big as that no-see-em. So they're like a deer tick. They're really tiny. So you really got to check yourself. Like if you,
I think Laura has those too, right? And I think Laura was the first person I saw over at Hedgehog's Homestead use the roller on her pant legs and stuff before going back into the house. They get the lint rollers and they use that, and they actually pick up some of the ticks off their lint legs.
Really
I mean,
good.
off their legs, like lint.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't have a roller, just get some, tape, duct tape, and anything to,
anything.
Yeah, because you don't want to bring them in. So my Renaissance grandma says, I generally don't use off, but I had to spray around my tent and about choked out. Hadn't smelled off in so many years. I like the smell of off. I like it personally. People were getting ticks, so I had to spray something. Yeah. And I like I have an event happening at my home in a week or so. And I do have the off that's the perimeter spray, and it'll last about 3 hours, which I might do because I have such dense foliage and so much shade. And it's like, I don't want people to be like, 30, 40 people to be like, so I might spray it. But what I'm going to be sharing tonight, there are some things that I might actually do that are more natural.
Good.
So, but yes, I would have done the same thing. You just
with ticks.
You go, I don't want to get that, and it's like, and then
because I don't know if they I'm sorry, I don't know if they respond to the other one, because some of the brands are now coming out with the lemon eucalyptus spray, which is what I get. But I don't know if ticks respond to that. Mosquitoes do. Mosquitoes are repelled by them, but ticks, I wouldn't mess around either, Miss Sharon and my Renaissance grandma. Yeah, no way.
So let's talk about some of the natural ways to keep them away. So, the companion planting, doing marigolds and lavender and basil, a neem oil and garlic sprays. I would like to know if people have tried any of these things, of essential oil, deterrents like lemongrass, citronella, eucalyptus. I also have from Young Living, it is an outdoor blend and it does have citronella in it. And I usually do it's just a clear, and I'll, wipe, on, and then I'll wipe it on my clothes just because the scent is nice and strong. But if you're not thinking about it after, 3 hours out in the garden, you don't think I should come and reapply. Right. So.
Hey, J3DS.
Hey, Jake. Good to see ya. So and this keeping water sources minimal for mosquitoes, and I do that because I am a water collector, just because when you pay for your water, like when I have my oscillating sprinkler going, I've got containers, but I turn around and I dump those out. And even with our chickens waterer, because we don't want the mice or rats drinking out of their waterer, we seal it up and dump it off, so that, because it's the one that's in the playground. So you want to really watch for any places, because it's only like a tablespoon of water, I think, that a mosquito can,
which is really hard as gardeners, especially after the rain, or if you're getting a rainy day and then it maybe dries up a little bit and then another rainy day, the saucers around your plants. Like if you're getting a lot of rain and you can lift those plants, it's better take them out of the saucer and flip your saucers over for a little bit. So you don't go out there to a big storm of mosquitoes once things clear up.
Yeah, and actually, not hard. That this is not a human like a human affecting pest, but in regards to the slugs, that's another thing. After a rain, it's very important to go out, and because it's like that's where they're going to start coming up, and and so when you are proactive, that's where you want to make sure that you've got your barriers up and stuff like that. I'm learning more about that. So some natural,
and they love wood too. They love wood.
Do.
Like for people who have those lovely wood, beautiful elevated beds, after a rain is when they start to rise up, and they're all on the sides. So pick them off and get out there and get them while you can. But go ahead, natural.
And so remedies. Gross. So I have not tried these, but these are on my list. Just like when I showed a few weeks ago on how to make a natural deodorant, I will be putting these together for myself. To attempt to try them, but maybe some of you have already tried them, and if you have, please put it in the comments. And even if you are watching the replay, put it in the comments, because I will get to see it. Because I after what happened with my arm, I am desperate to kind of be proactive and do preventative things. So quercetin-rich foods such as onions, apples, and berries, nettle tea, or supplements, vitamin C and bromelain, raw local honey for general allergy support. And I knew about the raw honey. That's really good if you have allergies, because if it's local honey, the bees have gone into some of those weeds, and whatever their little process is actually builds up your immune system and helps you to have an antihistamine against some of those things. Home remedies for skin reactions: baking soda paste, an apple cider vinegar rinse, calendula cream. And so I am growing calendula this year, and I do plan to use it to make some creams. Cold compressed with lavender or chamomile oatmeal bath soak. But what I ended up, I was looking at this, after the fact, but what I did is I did white vinegar. So this is a really great thing. And also great for burns. And there was a few weeks ago when I was baking bread, I hit something and I got quite a blister on my finger. And Marissa said, okay, let's get it into some vinegar water. So we just little dish vinegar, and she did put water in it, and then I just soaked it. And I'd take it out and be like, it's burning, and then I put it back in and just kept soaking it. But the interesting thing was the blister never burst. It actually got, I can still kind of feel a little bit of it there, but it just kind of got more like a callus. It got hard. But something about the vinegar actually draws the heat out of the body. So what I did is I just used paper towels soaked in vinegar, and then I just saran wrapped around to keep it in, to keep it onto my arm. And that I did 3 of them that day, and that was where I had the most relief from the itching that was going on, and how hot it was. Like, it's still, actually today it's not as hot, but yesterday the spots wherever I was touching, it would be like you could still feel that terrible, terrible heat. So there is DIY skin soothing sprays, and these are some of the things that I want to try. And I do have, and I will post these in the description afterwards. So I'm going to just go, they do say witch hazel, aloe vera gel, lavender essential oil, peppermint, just a drop for cooling, because peppermint is a hot. It's a hot one. So I am going to see if I can share this here. Share screen. I want window. Yes, this one. So these are some of the recipes, and I will put them down. So this is a natural bug repellent spray. So you want to start with a half a cup of distilled, or half a cup of witch hazel, half a cup of distilled water, 20 drops of citronella essential oil, 10 drops of lavender essential oil, and 10 drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. You combine all the ingredients, super easy, spray and shake well before each use. Spray on exposed skin and clothes before going outside. And this is safe for kids that are 2 and under with reduced essential oil drops. Test first on the skin of your, of your child if you're doing it. But like I said, I will put these in the description. But if you want, for those of you that are watching, you can take a screenshot of this. And let me move my mouse. And then the next one, soothing skin relief paste. I wish I would have known this, 3 days ago. So 1 teaspoon, tablespoon of baking soda, raw honey, and a few drops of water or aloe vera gel. Mix to form a paste and apply directly to the affected area. Let it sit 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing and apply as needed. And you store the unused paste in the fridge for 24 hours. I probably would keep it on for a whole lot longer than 10 to 15 minutes for what I was experiencing. And a natural histamine tea. Oh, don't see my extra special one. This supports your body's response to the allergens. So 1 teaspoon of dried nettle leaf, 1 teaspoon of dried chamomile or peppermint, 1 sliced fresh lemon, and that's optional, and some raw honey, which I would definitely put the raw honey in, and I would probably put the lemon in. And so then you just steep the herbs in the hot water for 10 minutes and then strain it out and enjoy warm. I would almost say, make a big pot of it and drink it even, kind of at room temperature. I think it would be a really good thing to, just to build up your immune system. And
only issue with that is switch the chamomile out to peppermint, like you say, if you have issues with ragweed. Like if you're a person who is allergic to ragweed, and that's why I love that you put or peppermint so you can swap it out.
Exactly.
No one.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I'm going, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay with chamomile.
I need to try it.
And so this is the thing I want to do is the burnt coffee grounds as a mosquito repellent. And they said it was an old school trick and it works. So use dry used coffee grounds in a small fireproof dish or aluminum foil. So you could actually put the aluminum foil in your fireproof dish and then you light them up. So you'd want to dry out your grounds completely and then place them, a pile of them in the little foil. Carefully light it until it begins smoldering like incense. And I guess the smoke is going to repel the mosquitoes and other flying pests without chemicals. So, and then you just, you smell like, a coffee shop in your yard. So do not use indoor near grass plants. Never leave burning grounds unattended.
Of course. Howie came in, he had some suggestions too for the, I guess, repellents and also, and your bites, honey, aloe, plantain. Yeah, this must be for the bite healing for rashes. Cucumber slice. I've never heard of Opuntia. I don't know what that one is, Howie. Opuntia jelly?
Opuntia jelly.
I'll have to look that up. Okay. But hi, Howie. Good to see you. Yeah, I think I think plantain is what I just got that's suffering in our heat already. We're already like my plants are like, oh, help.
We're dying.
We're dying. Yeah, the tomatoes are laughing at me. They're like, we're not going to give you any more fruit. Like one pushed out. These are cherry tomatoes. Pushed out 2. And it's like, no, we're just going to try and survive now. We're just going to try and survive. We can't make any children, and you take them anyway. Yeah, it's hot already here. But anyway, but yes, Those are good suggestions, Howie. The cucumber slices. Yeah.
You can have a little bite and put some on your skin. I had that sprayed on my body, Maureen. Those are the most of the ingredients in my bug away spray. Told you I was
Okay.
that I was preparing, but still paranoid. Yes. Yeah, we do our best, and of course, really trying to stay more natural. Because it's like our bodies just can't take any more congestion of all the stuff that we, consume and spray on ourselves. Exactly. And so, so because I'm facing this right now, this is where it's like, okay, I'm going to try the coffee grounds. So I'll try it this week to actually see. And, the event is kind of mid-morning just before lunch. And so I don't know how bad the mosquitoes will be. And just also depending on the temperature, if it's a warmer day, then, people will be fairly safe. But I definitely
could set up a basket. Are you going to set up a basket with maybe some of the natural sprays and stick Marissa's name on it as
well, hello, Carol, my business partner.
Ode to Steve and the Dirt and Marissa. All natural. Bug repellent.
Exactly. Well, because it's like, we are always looking for different things that we could use. To sell to people, and especially something like that, because I do get a little concerned about canned things that we might make, if it's just a spray on their bodies.
It's fine. Like you should be fine.
And,
jellies we can't do. Cottage law down here, we're not allowed to do anything like that that's canned, but we can make bread. I found out thanks to you, because I went to look it up to see if it was possible.
Right.
But that's a good idea.
Good. And so anybody else have, I'd love for you to share in the comments, some of the things that you are, cactus pad that you are
that's
also
what
doing.
The other one was. The
Right,
opit, that one. It's a cactus pad. Yeah, thanks, Howie.
And so if you do have something that you want to share, something that is working for you, I would love to know that, because then I can go ahead and put it to the test to see how it works. And again, I'm just going to talk about that deodorant that I had made. And we both, like Marissa, she keeps every couple of days, she'll go, "Thank you, Mom. I'm so glad you made this. It's been such a game changer in healing, just healing her reactionary rash that she has."
Right.
And it's like, it does a great job. There's no scent. And it's just, and I've had some days where I am just out there because it's, 80 degrees and I'm, in the, out at the farm, and it's hot and I'm just pouring out sweat. And it's like, nope, don't stink, no stink. So it is really, it's a great deodorant to do. But just as we end this little segment, I want to say what's coming up for me. So this next week I have over the last few weeks
you missed one.
What did I miss?
Giant tenacious dirt.
Oh,
really
yes.
Good keeping the fleas down.
Yes.
Especially around the border of your house.
Just putting it around the border of your house?
Yeah.
That's another one Jegs can't use because of the bees. Diatomaceous earth. So if you have anyone who has bees, I mean, I don't want people getting bit by ticks. I'm just saying, if you're near somebody who keeps bees, it can kill the bees, even the diatomaceous earth. But I know we're all looking for it. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Diva.
No. Because I do put it in with my chickens and stuff, but I think you can also add it with neem oil in a spray. I think I've also heard that for some of your plants, just to kill some of the underneath, because that's where you're going to find those aphids. They're going to be underneath the leaves and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And of course, you can spray them off with water, but they're going to keep coming back and bring in ladybugs.
You can use Castile soap too with the neem, but then you have to rinse it off the next day. It helps with the aphids and all the little critters, even mites. I need to mix up a big batch and go hit my soursop tree because I can't. I wanted to send some leaves out too, and I can't because it's got such a bad mite infestation. It's embarrassing.
Oh, wow.
You also want praying mantis.
Yeah, make tea out of mite. Go ahead. What? Sorry.
You also want praying mantis in your garden because they will keep.
Yeah.
They don't like aphids. Oh, they like them. They like to eat them.
And where do I get praying mantises from?
Yeah, you're better off with ladybugs. It depends on if you have praying mantis in your area to add to the praying mantis. Because if you don't want them because they're another one that'll snag a bee right out of the sky and eat it. They're not discriminatory. So you can kind of unbalance your.
I was actually thinking when you were saying that, Carol, I was thinking, well, if per area of Canada, if they're not native to that island, maybe it's not a good idea because it could be a invasive species. And
right.
I don't want to get
her. We know about invasives down here. Yeah, that's why I'm so sensitive to them. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Shawnee Grove.
There she is.
Hi.
Yay, my day is complete.
I'm here for the show.
Hi.
Welcome in.
Yeah. So it's like, sure, you go, thank you, Maureen, for doing your help to stopping the rodent population, but also not thank you for bringing in the praying mantis epidemic that has hit the island.
But that would be here too. I'll bring something in.
But I'm not getting bit by aphids anymore.
That's right. That's just so crazy.
I've never seen them. I don't. I have ordered ladybugs. You can order.
Seen this. I've seen this too. Yep. I actually saw a big YouTuber going through with the vacuum, and she said how it does help, but does she do it all the time? No. Like it was basically, here's one thing you could do. Do I do this all the time out here? No. But
so
I'm just gonna say, I don't like vacuuming this part of my life. I am definitely not gonna want to vacuum that part of my life. Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah.
I'd like it for spiders. Like I would like it.
I don't know. Some spiders are beneficial.
No, not out in the garden. I mean, the ones that come in here that don't belong in my house. That's when I want the vacuum cleaner.
You have flies in your house? Take a spider.
What?
But if you don't have any flies in your home, take a spider.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I'm getting them in my home, maybe one or two, but it's a high fly year. I heard a lot of people are having issues with flies in the south.
No, Maureen. In Maureen's case, though, look it up. See if they're indigenous to your area, and if they are, then you're good to go. And I believe you could order some. If not, let me talk to my friend Jackie over in the UK. Good night, Howie.
Good night, Howie.
And maybe she could point me in the direction of somebody who could send you some praying mantis to put in your garden.
Right.
It only takes a couple.
Yeah.
But make sure you won't get in trouble first.
Yeah.
I don't know what you get in trouble.
We're taking back the keys to the city, Maureen.
And, right.
We would like you to leave the island with your praying mantis colony that you've created for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's coming up for me is so while I have been busy getting things planted, again, I'm going to, do another little plug for that new YouTube feature of the clips that has saved my little hiney for the last few weeks, because it's like I've been able to clip out a recipe and then put it up, or clip out something that's in one of my past videos, and it's like done, so that I could keep going. But all that being said is that I'm going to have 3 tours for you this week. Starting with the farm tour, and then there is and then there will be my home tour, and then I have another little short tour of a friend's garden that I went and looked at, and
nice.
Yeah, so that's what I know it's not good because it's like the algorithm will go, oh, you're giving us 3 videos this week. Where's the 3 videos next week? Well, it's like, no, I'm just, you know what? I want to get all the tours done and out so that you can see what's happening and what's growing. And,
Right.
you know, and the battle that I'm still facing with the slugs, but I know at this point I am winning.
Yay.
Definitely all the methods work. And yes, Shawnee, that video that you that you sent me over, it was very good. Really, really enjoyed that because he told me all the things that I was doing was the right things, because he says eggshells don't work for slugs.
Yeah,
Coffee grounds don't work.
Tony explains stuff really well. Yeah.
Yeah. But then it was like he said, yeah, the wool pellets, that's a good thing. He also said, don't use old copper. So he said the copper mesh, which I did buy, that's a good thing.
Good.
And he said, and of course he did say, you know, put down a piece of wood and then go out in the morning and pull them off. Right.
Like
you know, but it's like, I'm just not interested in, unless I'm planning to go, you know, over, you know, the next morning right away.
Right.
You know, back to the garden. Then it's like, no, I'm just gonna, but using growing out the boxes method, I didn't use the molasses. I just used regular sugar, but it smelled like, when I mixed it, it was like, this is beer. Smells like beer.
Right.
And so I have, you know, containers of this. And when I went back, I was finding, you know, slugs in them. So that is a really good thing. So I will continue to use all the methods. But the interesting thing in this video that Shawnee Gross sent to me, he gets you thinking differently about, it's not just, I've got slugs, I need to go deal with them. You have to kind of think like the slug. And realize that, especially in the spring, that you be proactive and know that all of them are all underground. And as soon as the rains come, you know, that's going to ignite all those babies and up they come. And so then if you are, you know, you don't wait till you see the slugs, you actually start putting implementing these things out as just after the rains. So yes. So
put the link. Okay. Thanks, Sean.
And I'm just gonna get rid of, or no, I am gonna. Do you have any bugs that you have to deal with, Miss Shawnee Groves?
As of right now, there's little tiny slugs that I found on some strawberries and some caterpillars. But again, like, I have so many strawberries, I don't care. And I was going to send you a picture of one of them to show you just how teeny tiny my slugs are. But then I thought, no, it's too soon. And then I always look for Japanese beetles. Okay. Japanese beetles are usually the thing I look for next, I think. And we didn't have any today when I checked the rows. Usually they're on the rows first. And we just handpicked those and put them in soap. As far as, like, if I get bit, like, we were getting bit by flies today. And something like
black
mosquitoes on my kids, they were black and they were biting. And it's like, so if we get bites, stings, poison ivy or more, we usually hit it with this if we don't care about where we're going to go. It's a black drawing salve stick. So it's literally like you're going to be black charcoal. That's why I'm like, well, depending on where we are, castor oil, extra virgin olive oil, activated charcoal, bentonite clay, candela wax, lavender essential oil.
From
nice.
Make that.
So if you don't want to look like that, I have one that is, it just looks like beeswax. So this one's jewelweed, plantain, yarrow, beeswax, olive oil. And this is any kind of poison, oak, ivy, stinging nettle, bug bite, anti-itch healing kind of a cream. And then if I need to take like something liquid, I have a kids. This is like a Benadryl type of thing. And then we have a children's chewable allergy antihistamine thing. And then if I want to take something, I have this histaminum from Orion.
The homeopathic.
Oh, I don't know how to say it. But yeah, And it's like, well, you know, you can take your nettle tinctures, right? Like we talked, you guys had a tea you were talking about. I have one for
Right.
Yep.
inflammation that I think would do good for if I was fighting like an attack like that. It's stinging nettle leaves and juniper berries. And I thought, oh, I
Okay.
never thought of it that way because the way it describes is digestion, liver, skin, immune, inflammation, heartburn, bloating. But it's like, I betcha if I was having a bug bite situation, this probably would help internally.
Right. Calm your
Mhm.
system.
As far as trying to keep the bugs off of me,
Yeah.
it's by Badger anti-bug, and so it has soybean oil in it. I didn't know that. Castor oil,
Yeah.
citronella oil,
Mm.
cedarwood oil, lemongrass oil, rosemary oil, geranium oil, and peppermint oil, water, wintergreen oil. So the soybean oil
Oh,
it
okay.
worries me, but the rest is okay. I didn't realize that said
Right.
soybean oil, you guys. Good
Yes,
grief.
I know. They put it in so
Wow.
many things.
I didn't
But still,
know
those
that
are
at
great
all.
oils. Those are great oils.
The rest
The
of it's
geranium.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, the geranium I read, and because oh my gosh, my Renaissance grandma put in there about the ticks, like, and I said same essential oils, but they added geranium. They
The
said
geranium.
lavender, lemongrass, peppermint, geranium oil, eucalyptus, and rosemary. Let me see. Other effective oils, like Shawnee said, the cedarwood oil, thyme oil, which is very hot. So if you use that,
Right.
like the peppermint, with all these, you need a carrier oil, and then citronella oil.
Mhm.
But that was interesting. And the rosemary, of course. Garlic. If you want to wear garlic, I think it's just I think they're talking about plants to plant in your yard. Lavender,
Keeps the
rosemary,
vampires
garlic,
away too.
mints.
Right.
Yeah, we'll keep everybody away,
Mhm.
not just the bugs.
I
Hey,
did.
that goes with the annoying people instead of just the annoying bugs for another time. Garlic.
Right.
Go
I
ahead,
know.
Shawnee.
Hi, Mother
One of
Earth
those
Club.
things. Mike's throwing out marigold, lemon balm. I hear you, Mike. All good things. I did
Yeah.
grab a book quick. Like I did not have time. I was not home. And so I went to the bites and stings section of the Master Recipes Herbal Apothecary. So like
that's
fresh
nice.
sting poultice would have
Poultice.
plantain poultice.
Poultice,
Thank you.
yeah.
Plantain leaves,
Mhm.
chickweed leaf, sage leaf. You know, chew it up, spit it out, put it on the itch. A drawing sting paste would be your bentonite clay, a plantain leaf powder. What's the meat tenderizer for?
Oh, we have that. We use that actually. You put it on. It sounds funny, but when we have the man of war, or the Portuguese man of war, and you get stung, they use meat tenderizer. Sometimes they used to on the sting, and it supposedly, I don't know if it
So
draws
there's
it out.
no,
It's
yeah,
an
that's what it
it's
says.
You're
There's
actually
something
yeah,
beating
it's an
yourself with
amino
it?
No,
acid.
I thought it
No,
was
it's
a
like an amino
physical tool.
acid.
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
says the
it breaks it. Go
bromelain
ahead.
or papain found in this meat tenderizer ingredient, and it's extremely helpful to draw out the sting.
Yeah,
That's what it said.
Mm.
Just
it's
like you
much
said.
better than getting peed on, because that was also an old way of getting rid of the sting of the man of war. Yes. There you go. Pulls the venom out. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
it
didn't
works
know
on
that was
bee
a
stings
thing.
too. I didn't
So
know
like
that
is that what you look
either.
for when
Wait,
you buy it? It's called meat tenderizer? It's a
I
jar of
guess
meat
so. I
tenderizer?
haven't seen it. They used to
Like,
have it in a sprinkle thing where
how
you
do
could
you
sprinkle it
Okay.
on meat.
That's
Probably
new
just
to
look on
me.
Amazon and probably
Oh,
something will pop up.
okay. I was not continuing on in the conversation with you ladies, thinking of, like here's the meat tenderizer. I was thinking of the mallet.
Yeah,
and
me too. At first, the BD tool, and I was like, "What are we doing
You
with the
won't
meat?"
feel anything if somebody
I
No
was
one
really
doesn't itch
lost
anymore.
at first. Yeah.
if you feel the sting
it's gonna
anymore.
draw it all out. You'll be
Like-
fine. You'll be fine.
You're still
My
feeling it.
arm is hanging off.
And for those extreme itches,
It's just a
I
serious
didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes,
garlic.
the
That
spice
sounds delicious,
aisle.
Mother Earth.
It's in the spice aisle,
Yeah,
Miss
in the
Sherry.
spice
Thank you.
aisle.
you
Oh, you
Mike-
did, Mike. I'm sorry we missed it. But I didn't know
There
that
is
you could
a-
use the bug. I didn't know
So
that.
it was half an ounce of meat tenderizer, half an ounce of plantain leaf powder, and 1 ounce of bentonite clay. mixing it and putting it in a glass jar.
Oh,
When you need to use it, you mix some powder with some hot water to make a paste, and you put it on your affected area. You leave it on for 30 minutes and then
makes
clean it
sense.
off. And then there
Mm.
is
That
a
makes sense.
salve, but it has stuff in it I've never heard of, so I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. Chaparral leaf, white oak bark, mugwort leaf, olive oil,
Yeah,
beeswax,
I know about
lavender essential oil. I don't have any of that
I
around.
know about mugwort. Mugwort's a
I know
weed
mugwort.
for most people. Yeah, most people have it as a weed.
It,
I
it's
don't.
like,
Though.
and then the cooling spray. I figured the cooling spray would have had witch hazel in it because I go to that for lots of stuff as an
Mhm.
astringent. But it says a tablespoon of fresh arnica flowers, a tablespoon of fresh St. John's wort flowers, a tablespoon of fresh chickweed leaf, which there's all kinds of chickweed stuff. Apparently, I'm rich because I have chickweed
Me
problems.
too. Yeah.
And then it had vinegar in it. Yes.
Mhm.
Interesting. For cooling off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the vinegar,
Marissa
like you were just saying. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Marissa did her thesis on chickweed, so she is the queen of chickweed. But chickweed is not super big here on the island.
I
It's
have
not.
tons of it.
Yeah.
We have
You
tons
could.
here.
You,
We have
you
the
got.
sticky
You've got gourd
weed,
in your
it's called.
yard. You could be selling your chickweed.
Yes.
So she knows all
Right?
the ins and outs. So, Mr. Barry, what do you have there? You got your glasses to read the small print on this bottle.
Yeah, I still can't read it because it's like really
Uh-oh.
weird.
I have-
font.
Maybe I can pull it up on the internet. What's the name
What's
of
the
the
product?
product?
It's so bad. But this has got essential
Absolutely.
oils in it. I was trying to figure out what essential oils, but I've
Oh,
had
okay.
them little tiny black ants come into the kitchen, of course.
Mhm.
And this is only $1 at Dollar General. Works really well.
Wow.
But you have to
Right.
keep applying it. That's my only
Right.
beef I have
Yeah.
with it.
Is it called Powerhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
The
finding
that's the that's the mentality that we have to change in our thought process, because we've become this instant fix it society
Mhm.
where all of these products have been around for generations, and it's like
Right.
you can't just put on your thieves cream for your chest. It's like every hour you need to be putting on more. It's not just a one and done. And
Right.
so
When it's
when you are
natural.
in the natural, we have to change our mentality. It's like, this is not working. No, it is working, but you are going to have to be more consistent with whatever it is. I'm learning
Yeah.
that.
Reapplying.
5% rosemary.
Yeah, it's
Ah.
a very low amount of rosemary oil, and I can't get what the 95% other is.
Okay, so the rest of
that's
it,
scary.
the rest of it is water, soap, and glycerin.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So a lot of
Yeah.
carriers and suffocators and emulsifiers.
Mhm.
For ants, though, it's
But-
boric acid, sugar, and water, and you mix it together and put it on a piece of
Yes.
paper somewhere.
I used a bottle
that-
cap.
Great. Our bottle cap works.
Yep.
Whatever you got, just put it in there, and they come and eat it, and it kills them.
I
Or they
loved
take
it.
some back, and it kills them.
100% it does.
Sir,
Which
It
is
says butcher's broom and witch hazel, his skin lotion. Mother Earth says, I like tallow mixed with olive oil for dry skin. Peppermint and rosemary. But I'm wondering, Barry, is like with all those ingredients, it's like you could actually just make it yourself,
right.
And
this is the first time I actually read it. The only thing the only reason I bought it was Kentucky Goblin's wife said it worked pretty well. It was only $1 something.
yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
But I
Yeah.
didn't read the ingredients until just tonight.
Yeah. I know how that feels. That's done that.
That just happened
We've
to
all
me.
been there.
Me too. And I was
We've all
like,
been
wait a
there.
minute.
Yeah. Totally been there.
Yeah.
I like castor oil for skin, but it's so heavy. I want to get a roller like you do for like the old deodorants. I want to get some kind of roller to roll it on me so I don't have to do one of these with the hands, and then I just Yeah, it's just so the texture is so thick,
Yes.
but it's great moisturizer. Those olive oil. For sure.
Awesome. Well, I love all that information, and man, Shawnee, it's like I just want to come to your house and borrow all your
Try stuff out.
Yeah.
exactly. Like I want to try that
Right.
antihistamine. I want to try the stick. I want to try the spray, and it's like you've got an arsenal of really good products. So,
Totally.
but I'm just gonna, keep looking and try out these things because that's another one. I can't remember what it is, and it's a bug. It's a little beetle looking thing, and what it does is that it jumps, bites, and it's gone. And I will swell up like the dickens for that one too. And it's not, I don't get it every year, but it's a weird thing because you'll see it jump and you go to hit it and it's gone. But it bites as it jumps, as it lands on you, and then it's already gone. So I don't know what that one is. I have looked
it a flea beetle?
Yeah.
Do flea beetles bite people?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was just if I looked it up and it was like, I'll just see.
Right, Miss Sharon. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much, if you're doing it organically, it's like nutrition. It's application upon application and consistency. And yeah, Mother Earth, I've done that for fleas in my brother's room too. Borax. It's the boric acid, I think, that's in it that is effective.
Okay.
Yeah. The picnic bug? What's that one, Shawnee, that you're
it's
putting up?
Black beetle with yellow spots, and that does not, it's not tiny and it doesn't jump.
Okay.
So I've never had a picnic bug.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Old-fashioned Listerine mouthwash will keep bugs off you. I was just telling my husband about that product and how it can also lower statins if you use it internally, and it can cause some issues with your blood pressure and your heart. So something to research if you're still using it as a mouthwash.
What does old-fashioned Listerine mean?
It's the yellow one. It's disgusting. No
mint.
One
that's in my house right now.
It's
when
yellow.
You put in your mouth and you go. Ah!
Mine's that one. More? Oh no, Mark!
It's like a yellow one. But all Listerines do. There was a study and it dropped. The guy's statins changed his blood pressure. It was crazy from using it because it messes with your microbiome all the way down to your belly, your mouth and belly.
Oh my God!
Darn. Yes, I agree. For you guys, for me, it's the drought that's causing issues. But yeah, as soon as we get a rain, they're going to be very angry little bugs coming out because they didn't get to come out sooner. Yes, the original yellow. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
remember
just
when
when people say Dawn, that one.
Yes, that's the one.
Mark, we can't buy this anymore. This is for Mark only, not me.
And my husband uses it only. Yep. Nobody else uses
when
it in the house.
Mike was talking about it, it's like, what do you like? Are you spraying it?
I wanted to know if it's a spritz.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably spritz.
Great. She's gonna make me change my mouthwash again. You're darn tootin'.
You can make mouthwash.
You can Mark.
You can make it.
You remember when Listerine came in that cardboard?
Yeah.
The brown cardboard wrapper.
Right. The cylinder. And it was a glass bottle. Yep.
Oh my God, I'm old.
We are both old, I guess, apparently. Should go back to that. The thing was compostable on the outside and the glass was much safer for the environment.
Yeah.
Let me see, what was it? Yeah, I've started to use just baking soda water, and you can put peppermint oil in it or whatever other essential oil that you can take internally that will make your mouth fresh. You can make your own. Also, they do coconut oil. You can make like ones that you do oil pulling with, and the same thing. You can add essential oils to them and make them in like Like candy molds.
Oh, Mushroom Mark is with you there, Storms.
My that doesn't count if it was at grandma's house. You're young. You're young. But yeah, my parents had it in their
Showing how old
closet.
that package is.
Right. You can use peroxide too. So it was one of the things they were saying. But peroxide, you don't want to use too much of in your mouth.
No.
Well, yeah, salt and warm water. Some people say put hydrogen peroxide, but my sister, who's well, she was a what do you call that? They clean your teeth. The profession, and she was saying that hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, hygienist. Thank you. Has a link to possible mouth cancer, but I'd have to look that up.
You guys talked about getting the aphids off the plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use like a neem oil, diatomaceous earth with a bit of soap, and you have to spray under the leaves, or you can just spray them off with water.
Yeah, this is the book, Natural Pest Disease Control.
Ooh, is that a new one?
No.
It looks like a textbook. Oh, that's a nice one.
I've had it for a couple years. It's all it says is lacewings, parasitic wasps will eat them, and then the homemade garlic or tomato leaf spray. The like you were talking earlier about you were talking about the soap.
Renaissance grandma.
Good night.
Oh, good night. Good night. Thank you so much for coming in, my Renaissance grandma. Blessings to you.
What I really liked about, to go back to Tony's conversation, Simplified Gardening and the slugs, is just the actual mindset of it's not about one and done. It's not about a quick fix. It's about understanding life cycles. Like right now, are there baby eggs that are going to hatch of whatever we're talking about at the time? Mark. I haven't read them all either. I have books that I've bought.
Well, we are jealous up here of the Quiet Little Library. We like those things because we don't know if forever and we will have Google.
I should put it behind me one day in one of my shows.
Yes, do it.
Yeah. And sure, maybe you haven't read them all, but you've read a lot of them, and you have a lot. Like, it's just like, oh, I've read that.
Yeah, to be able to find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, understanding to be prepared for the next season of little eggs hatching, understanding that it's never over, but it gets easier if you keep up with like, all the things. It's not just about one method. He goes, you got to do this, and this if you really want to have this under your belt of not having the damage. And it was just it was really well performed. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out. I opened it in another window.
Yeah, he's really knowledgeable in potatoes and compost. Sorry, I have tiny green worms.
No, you're fine. Tiny green worm. I'll have to look at my leaves because
it keeps all the rain.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah, the BT with the rain. Yeah, that's a pain. That is such a pain. I wonder with the slugs, with the eggs, would earthworms or adding, like if you have a worm farm, like a big clump of the whole living worm farm into your bed?
Not worms,
like
but
there is
what
eats them?
It's bacteria, a type of nematode.
Is it milky spore? Milky spore does a lot with, and that's
the one that Tony talked about. It's a specific bacteria that is in the nematode family, and he puts it on the screen. Like I could not repeat it. I don't know. I'd have to go in there.
Milky spore is a bacteria, but it's for Japanese beetles and other beetles. Grubs and more. So milky spore is one, but I don't know if it would. If it does grubs, it might do. It might do.
We're talking about slugs, eggs, or
aphid
eggs. Okay,
yeah, slug egg. But this is saying, let me see, what is it good for? Let me look up that instead.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
Are we doing too much bug talk?
Right? I know.
Well, I'm trying to look for that beetle, and it's like, here's all the things that will bite you and harm you, and it's like, Yeah. Like, I don't.
Worse is this. Well, we have snakes, and I saw somebody's short where they're like, "Can you see the snake?" And he's walking. He's at walking height, and he's showing you, looking down. You couldn't see the copperhead until he went in and focused on it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, don't show me that because we have the pygmy rattlesnake that's like that, and it's small, and it's one of the ones that gets people." Oh, yeah. So I hear you. Not the bugs, it's the venomous snakes that definitely concern me. Milky spore. Okay, it's not
Paired
effective
Thriving Wellness
control.
Family, welcome in. I'm not sure if we welcomed you earlier. Oh,
Yeah,
here it
you
is.
can't use it
Was it
for slugs.
Baxis Thurston?
Oh, is it BT?
No, it's not. No,
No,
it isn't
I
BT.
have it.
Okay,
I'm
'cause that's
putting it in the.
BT.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the chat right now.
The bacteria, whatever. What you were
Yeah.
just saying is
The
BT.
nematode is AGI.
They do have the good nematodes that you can put in that'll eat the naughty nematodes, but I don't have the money to be doing that.
Yeah, I'm wondering, where did this comment come from?
Someone lied to you.
I hear you have
Well, I was having a I was having a conversation with a certain
What?
Homestead Aquarius, and that's what he said. He said Storms is
that's
got
cute. Okay, that's our gardening warrior. That's her new channel.
Oh,
It is garden.
That's her new channel name.
I was like, what is happening?
I didn't know that.
there was
Oh,
like
I'm like,
craziness.
that's
We
right.
didn't know. Ah.
I'm sorry, honey. I did.
It was like, how does this person know that we were talking about Storm's baby face today? You do look very young, sir. Okay, so that's what it's called?
That's what he had on the screen during talking about the nematodes.
Interesting.
That specific nematode. And it was like he puts it in water and waters the soil with it. And it was like he shows the package that he ordered, that he had. He's over in Wales or whatever. He shows it on screen.
Oh, okay. So I wonder if we can get it.
So we
no,
need
I
our
don't want to
version.
know all about. Yeah.
Because there's different types of nematodes. Was the like
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want. I know it's a nematode and
Nema slug.
It's something that will. Nema slug.
Well, I think Nema slug was the name on the package. But yeah, watch the video, guys.
Yeah. It's called Phasmar habititis hermaphrodita. Oh gosh. Can we make the words harder, Google? Is a facultative parasitic nematode that can kill slugs and snails. It belongs in the family Rhabditidae, the same family as, okay, I'm not even going there. There's some other big word, which if you study biology, you'll know it. Otherwise, you're not going to know it anyway. But yes, it's another type of parasitic nematode that eats the slugs and snails.
And this is what it looks
infected. See, it enters the slug, develop into self-fertilizing, and reproduce within the host. This leads to the death of the slug and the release of more of the good larvae into your soil. So it's kind of like the same thing with BT. Like when BT is taking care of the caterpillars, they eat their way out, and or the parasitic wasp, they eat their way out, and then there's more of them in your garden.
Mother Earth Garden Club, enjoy Father's Day tomorrow, and we'll see you on the YouTube streets. Thank you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Have a blessed night. It is very kind. Mine got a big Carvel cake because it was his birthday too this weekend, so that was his big gift for. But
what is a Carvel cake?
It's just the company is named Carvel. It's an ice cream cake.
Oh, okay.
And it has usually it'll have chocolate and vanilla, like one layer chocolate, one layer vanilla, and they put these like cookie crunches in the center. And then they decorate it with I don't know what. I don't know what the coloring
it's
is.
at Walmart? This says
Yeah,
it's
they
at
have them
Walmart.
everywhere now. They're everywhere. Oh, what? Oh, your stuff, not the Carvel.
It looks no, the cake. Yes, the Carvel. I'm on the cake now.
Yeah. Yes,
you said cake,
You
Carol.
know,
Are
you say
kidding me?
cake.
I'm sorry. I forgot.
Yeah, you say
It's
cake,
the
and
magical
Shawnee
word
is
for
like,
us. Yes.
I
Yeah.
want
Yeah,
this.
buddy.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's delicious. We actually stopped at Carvel. Oh lordy, now everybody's like,
oh,
ice cream
okay.
cake? Yeah. They're the ones who
Right.
made Fudgy the Whale, and that was like going around the internet for a little bit because it was just a
This is the cake. It's in the
silly.
basement. Bring it up. Show everybody.
Okay.
Look at that.
There you
This is that
go. That's
fudgy
it.
crumbly center that I love. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
that actually,
Delicious.
that's just like what they have
I've
at
made a
Dairy Queen.
Yes.
yeah,
You guys have
kinda,
Dairy
I
Queen
guess.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do.
It's
We
very,
have like one
yeah.
left. They
That
Looks
left
like
the state.
chocolate mousse on the bottom.
It's
No, it's
ice cream.
chocolate ice cream. It's all ice cream.
Yeah. Just
Hush,
Burned up on
hush.
chocolate ice cream.
You be quiet over here. No, I don't.
Just do a nice
Hush.
detox from it after I eat all of it. It's okay.
Yes, that's right. That's all right. Don't let me
Burned out
hear
on
about
that.
it. Yeah, but he got a pretty good
like,
size.
I
whatever.
missed if you were you soaking your arm in like some kind of oatmeal-y anything? Like I missed that part of the show. I might have to watch the replay.
Nope,
here.
just paper towel. Yes, thank you for watching the replay. Paper towel soaked in vinegar, and then
That's something.
plastic wrapped around it to keep it in place.
Okay.
The white vinegar.
So I am going to show you this
Wow.
since we
I
are
mean that
talking
is al
about cake,
natural. Yeah, you have cake.
because
Pretty much.
yeah,
Be quiet, Mike.
That's a really old trick.
That's made from
I've-
vegetables, Mike.
Oh,
Should
that's
be
right. I
good.
wanted to know what that was made out of when I saw
I've
that.
actually done that myself.
Yeah.
Crisco
That looks
sugar.
so
good.
this, let's give it the whole screen so that you can just see the whole screen. My son Josiah. So we made the wacky cake, so the depression cake, and she always puts chocolate chips in it, so it's just so
Yum.
good.
Oops.
But I
Hello,
really,
messages.
really
Messages
wanted
on
a
screen.
tuxedo cake, so we looked up the recipe.
Your message is on there from our group.
Yeah.
The group.
Oops. Hey, you know, simmer down there, Homestead Aquarius.
Great.
I didn't even see it. I don't even know what it said. I just got rid of it.
That's
Sorry
right.
for anyway, so there is some sort of frosting on the top of it, and then the two types of, they're like a chocolate custard and a vanilla custard. So we just cut we just made it really big. And it was so good. It was very rich. Like, you know, it's just like a regular tuxedo cake. You know, you only have a small bit, but it was very, very good. And not that he could eat it. He's carnivore. So Marissa actually made him up a dessert that was egg yolks and honey, and a teeny tiny bit of vanilla, mix it up, and then you throw it in the freezer, and it almost makes like an ice cream. So she made him a kind of a carnivore dessert. So stop sharing that.
Well, that's what custard is. Custard is like egg custard, and then
That's what it made me think of.
Yeah, like a frozen egg custard.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Oh, you did it for somebody? Yeah, I worked in an Italian bakery. Yeah, I know the secrets, but it's made out of vegetables. It's vegetable oil. You know, Crisco is just vegetable. It's vegetables for right now. Next week, it might be something I'm not to touch ever again, but right now, it's birthday.
No, Crisco oil is Crisco.
Yeah,
Crisco
we don't
oil
use
is only
Crisco
good for your
for
burning
candles.
as a candle.
You can put, I was just about to say that. You can put a wick down the middle of it, burn it for hours.
Yeah. But most bakery cakes that's what they make their frosting out of.
Yeah, I've done it before.
Stabilizer.
Yeah. Gross.
I just always wanted to cook with
Buttercream.
I didn't grow up with Crisco, but when I did get older, I was like, I want to make fried chicken in Crisco oil, you know. Here, kids.
From all the commercials. Yeah. Here, delicious.
Here, kids.
Well, we made
want to eat
tortillas
this.
with it when I was younger. I went to like a kid's cooking class, and she took out the Crisco, and we didn't have it at my house. My mom didn't fry
Wait,
stuff.
Duncan,
And I was like, "Oh, that looks like whipped cream." She's like, "You want to try it?" Nice, mean teacher that she was, and she let me take a big fingerful and stick it in my mouth. And it's terrible. It tastes like absolutely nothing, and it's gross. I was like, "That's not whipped cream." She's like, "No, but we're gonna now make tortillas with this." Nice teacher.
We at this around similar time, it was like, because growing up, we used to have the Sunday nights was watching Walt Disney, and they'd always have the Philadelphia cream cheese or the Velveeta cheese. And my mom was like, "No, it's too expensive, never buying it." And it was, so when I was older and had kids, I said, I always wanted to have Velveeta cheese, so got the Velveeta cheese. None of us liked it at all. We thought it was disgusting.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
And I think around the same time I thought, well, if I'm doing the Velveeta cheese, let's go crazy and get some Spam and cook that up as well. So it was just like, I just want to give you this, full chemical toxic, no nutrition, no, who knows what kind of eyeballs and earballs are in the Spam.
That's a nice.
But
thought.
I do like Spam. Yeah. I do like the flavor.
A lot of people do. And it's a big thing in a lot of prepping pantries.
It saved my life. I don't know how many times.
Mark's like Spam. The Hawaiians love their Spam. They lock it up.
Yeah. And same with Koreans. Like the budejjike that we make, which is, just a poor man's stew, is because the Americans, the military are over there and they were giving them their rations. So this is, and it's a popular Korean soup where it has Spam and it has European wieners in it. They threw in, of course, the kimchi and a few vegetables, but it's, and I think you can even put in like brown beans in it. Like we just bought one that did have a little bit of regular brown beans, and it was like, oh, that's kind of nice. It's a little bit of sweetness in there. And but so when we do make budejjike, I buy the the ham that's in that kind of container that's
the tin.
We'll buy that because you go, I do see some real ham in there. Because I just you go, I'd like to put the Spam in, but this is cheaper and it does seem to be more it does seem to be
same thing for me, Mike.
Probably has less sodium. But
they do have lower. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Carol.
Cheryl. Sorry. Hello, Cheryl. Nice to see you.
Hey, Cheryl.
And what were you going to say there?
If you haven't already done it, fry your chicken in lard. Oh my God, it's freaking amazing. It's just
best way to do it.
I see people do it in vegetable oil and all these other oils, and I'm like, oh, please stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to tell Mike when they came out with the jalapeno one, I wanted to try Spam again, but the last time I had it, it was too salty for me. As a kid, I liked it. We would have it with eggs once in a blue moon, like just slice it and have it with eggs because of my dad. I know both. Yeah, no. Yeah. We're past that. We know what it is.
No, there's just not.
Yeah.
It is not
plasticized Velveeta cheese. What's that, Barry? What do you got there?
Bacon grease.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mark knew what it was. Good old bacon grease.
I've got one of those. Those are the best things to have.
Duncan says that's what she fries with is lard.
Lard. Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Then
I have a lot of Spam stored away. Yes.
As I would expect a vet to have. Jags. Very good. Very good.
It's important to have those those shelf stable, prepping type foods, try to make, it's best to try to make them as clean and healthy as possible. But you know what? You're just gonna
I think she's trying to make it clean and healthy with that rice cauliflower, but no, that's still not healthy. I'm sorry. Good try.
I'll eat it.
Barry will. help you with that?
I'd probably eat it. I'm not a.
I would try it. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I
would
would
try it. I probably would like it.
Yeah, I would try it. I might like it. My stomach, though, will probably very much be upset with me. My stomach will probably.
Yes, and Shawnee does make tallow too.
Yes,
So
she
do
does.
you use that for most of your cooking then?
So, yeah, let's see. Definitely to do eggs or to heat up hot dogs for the kids, I put a scoop in the pan. I was trying to think of what else. I haven't cooked this week, I don't think. So my brain's like, cooking? What? We do that?
I cook?
What?
Since when?
You know, I could send you a picture. I should probably do that because it's hilarious. I have a freezer that's just got a bunch of fat pieces loose in it. That's all that's in there. Because I have so much fat to be rendering. I just do it a batch at a time when I need some jars. The fries, if I need to reheat something in the toaster oven, Barry, I put a little bit of tallow on the pan and heat it. Like you use it all the time, says Mark. Yeah, Mark, I can't think of what we use it to cook. What do you cook with it? I feel like, I use it all the time. I use avocado oil for my popcorn, though.
I have that. Yeah, I have avocado oil and butter are my big ones. And olive oil, but I want to go and get the olive oil that's at Costco because that's the one that's one source. That's the only thing with olive oils now is they're coming from all over the place. If you look on your jar and you want one source where it's coming from.
Yeah, we've got the one that we're getting from the big box store. It's actually like almost an unfiltered one. It's quite interesting. Like it's filtered, but it's like it's cloudy and we're liking it. That's what I make my popcorn with is olive oil. And then butter.
Yeah.
Butter. Put some butter on
olive
it.
oil should actually kind of burn the back of your throat a little bit because of its purity, not because it's bad. And you have to be careful because it goes bad quick. Yeah, it should have a little, a little tingly. Yeah, my mom used to do that. Go ahead, Barry.
Me too.
I finally used up all that olive oil that you sent me. So
did you?
Brand, but just like a smaller bottle.
Oh, good.
It worked really well. I mean,
oh, good. Yeah, that's the Costco one from one source. Barry was needing some.
But I bought the same brand.
You bought it again? Is that what you said? Did you say you bought it again?
Yeah, just smaller bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, the reason you want one destination and not mixed from all the different countries is because that's when they mix rancid olives into it and just bad. It's bad. It's yucky. You got to have it from one place. Yeah, no, we can't fry egg rolls. We have to use avocado oil to fry egg rolls. We've learned that.
Oh, okay. Why? What happens with the tallow?
It started popping everywhere, and he thought I was going to burn the house down.
See, that's how I am with oil. I get nervous with frying anything because it seems to shoot everywhere. I turn it up too high or I don't turn it up high enough. I can never get that right temp with my oil.
Yeah, like saute some onions. I'm going to put a scoop of tallow in the pan. And yeah, we use cast iron.
Oh, you did the grilled marrow bones? Wow. Mike's horrified. Yeah, my husband would be horrified, Mike.
Oh my God.
My husband would not like that either. Yeah, good, Jenks. It's good for our brains too as we get older. Especially like coconut oils and things like that.
I have coconut oil, but I never go for it to cook with it. It's more
Barry said he used it on popcorn and it was delicious.
Yeah,
and then I read somewhere they used to do that at the movie theaters.
I need more of that too. I should have bought some.
Put that on the list.
In town.
Yeah.
Diva's got
and it's great for homemade products too for moisturizer. What do you got there? What are you drinking?
Grizzle?
Grizzle. I can't read it.
Olive oil.
Get the young eyes.
Unfiltered, not. Oh, then it's a different language next to it. Okay, yeah, I get it. Full-bodied, intense.
Oh, okay.
Where does it come from?
Is it first press? Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. But it
Wow.
should
yeah,
be in a dark bottle. It shouldn't be in a clear bottle like that.
That is
It'll go
different. Why is
rancid
it in a clear
faster.
bottle? Yeah.
we keep it in the dark. Well, this
Covered.
thing too. This is like you can't even use this thing, and it's like
Because it won't pop
but
back.
I need to have more light. I need more light to see because I've never looked like Marissa. You know, she might have looked at it.
Yeah. How is she, by the way?
Yeah.
She's doing better.
Yeah, how's she doing?
Yeah, she's doing better today. She just found that there was, you know, she was walking there. So my daughter, she was just at work, wasn't doing anything, and she injured her foot last year. But she's sitting at her desk, and she went to get up, and her foot just like it was just not working anymore. Yeah, it's her foot. So she spent 8 hours in emergency on Thursday, and they did an MRI, or no, they did just an X-ray, and they also did blood work. So it's not gout, didn't see a fracture or anything. So I don't know if it's just some inflammation that's taken place and it's moving the bones into a position. So her resting for the last couple of days, you know, might have gotten rid of the inflammation, and now she's walking. So yes, I have been the chief cook and bottle washer for everything chickens and our lives right now. So along with everything else that's going on.
I would get tendonitis in my ankles to the point where when mom was alive and I would go to take care of her, one time she called me and it was like an emergency, and my foot completely would just turn in a bad way and re-injure it. It was awful. It will act up once in a while, and I don't know
so it says
what it's from.
Full-bodied, intense, cold, extracted, and it says unfiltered. So that's why it's a little more cloudy than I wish you could see that it's like, you know, there's even like a bit of sediment on the bottom, but I can't
kind of a
read
light color to it.
Yeah.
Where it's from though.
It says that it is packed in Italy. So we have that Mediterranean origin. But I haven't seen if it's, and I am wearing these glasses. These are the glasses that help me to see small things, but maybe I need my progressives. Oh, I know. I think it usually helps if I wear both. That's what it is. If I put on both glasses, then it's like I get even. Oh, good.
What store was this at?
Costco. Okay, El Grezzo is an unfiltered olive oil. Sediments may form at the bottom of the bottle, and its cloudy appearance may naturally decrease. It is recommended to shake well before use, keep in a cool, dry place, and away from light. Close after use. Packed in Italy.
Perhaps.
This is not good.
Oh no, what? It's just packed in Italy.
Packed in Italy with oil of A, Italy, B, Spain, C, Greece.
There's stinkers.
D, Tunisia, E,
That's
Portugal,
true.
E, Morocco.
Do they have Tasmania in there? They've got the weirdest like places sometimes. But you didn't know made olive oil. Oh man. They stink that way. Like they highlight Italy and make it in big bold letters, and then it's like teeny tiny. Oh.
At the very bottom, it's from all of those ones. So you're probably right. But we've found that it tastes good. It's you know, it's got a good olive flavor to it. But and then also we were finding that the price pointing was way better. I am going to wear my glasses like this again. This works so much better. I can see so much clearer.
Do you need to go to the
red
eye doctor and get a prescription for the whatever that is?
Yeah.
The two. Should I drive you? Should we go together?
know.
Can I have a girls'
I
day?
know. Yeah. Can we have a girls' day? You're actually right.
Yes.
I realized that Shawnee's like right in the middle of us. So I could just like
Yeah.
drive up, pick up Shawnee, and then we could somehow get to you if they'll
I
let us
talked about
across the border.
taking both of you to like a flower plant expo in
Oh,
Minnesota.
that'd be
If
so
we
much
could meet and do
fun.
that. And then it was like, but that's so
Oh.
exhausting.
Yeah, I know, right? Actually,
What, to
physically
have us
going out
24
somewhere.
7? You know, is that what you're talking about? To have us
Oh my
full
gosh.
on 24 hours in the day?
Not you
Yeah.
guys aren't exhausting. It's the being in a place to go look at 100,000
Oh,
billion
okay.
plants with all the other plant
Right.
people. If it was just
Right.
us, like a private.
I'm happy
Private
just to hang
showing.
out and sit. I'm
Yeah.
happy to just
I
sit.
like that.
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't have
If they
to
had
do
a
much.
table in the midst of it and we could have like a little nice lunch.
You know what'd be so
and, you
cool?
know.
If they brought us trays of different kinds of plants. Here is the tropical version of, like a tasting, but it's
Yeah.
plants. How come this doesn't
I like
exist?
that idea.
And then
I like that
here's the
idea.
cactus. Here's the carnivorous plants. Here's the
And here's some cuttings for you to take home.
Ooh, cuttings. Yes.
Oh, okay. I got
Exactly.
you. Yeah, I just didn't know where you were going with that. Thanks.
I can't.
Yeah.
And Duncan says I can't afford more plants. No.
I know, right? I've got to get. Oh, speaking of afford more plants, I have good news. I got the okay to get my pole saw. Now it's just finding the one that fits in the affordability bracket and that works very well. So taking, suggestions.
What's
That'd be
this
great.
affordability thing you speak of?
The what?
Affordability
It's
thing.
affordability. I
Under 200 because they
I've
run
lost
high.
sight of
Like my,
affordable anymore.
I have Makita tools, but there's no way I can afford a Makita pole saw. They're like over 300 and up from when I looked. And Milwaukee is right there at the 300 mark, and that's on sale. So, because somebody suggested Milwaukee. So far, Ryobi. It's electric. It's a chainsaw on.
Is the pole saw something that this is a electric thing?
Yeah, it's electric, but I want the non-plug-in version. I want the battery operated electric.
So then your Ryobi.
So that's what's hard.
Yeah.
So far. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was thinking you were just wanting because I have we love it, the Fisker's tall pole saw for just sawing.
I have the manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that doesn't do it where I have to go with it into the beyond. The beyond, above,
to infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.
Flea markets close by?
Do I have what?
Do you have flea markets close by?
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust the flea market here.
Okay.
They clean them up and then they resell, and then you get it home and it might work one time, and then I need something that'll have a
warranty
on it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like pick. What do you want? DeWalt? You want Craftsman? Your 20-volt battery.
I saw the DeWalt.
Pick a place of who do you want trust for making tools? Go there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I trust Makita, but again, $400. I don't have to lay down.
Well, you're going to use it every year, correct?
True.
And you're going to get your value.
It is an investment.
When people get hung up on the price, it's like you have to math it out of how many times you're going to use it, how many years is it going to be good for, is it applicable in any other situation? Then I'm going to spend the extra for quality or a trustworthy company that you want to support. If you're looking to use it
Ryobi has gotten better. I have to say Ryobi's products have gotten better.
I don't think that at all.
Really?
I'm not. A Ryobi is a good introductory thing, and also
it's a totally
to know that you're not going to have it by year 5. It's done.
No, you're not going to have it forever, for sure.
Where if you're buying, which by the way, I also am a Makita girl.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And if
Yeah,
you like
love my
way up
Makita.
there on the up here, go over here. I actually have all my my battery chargers are all up there. So whenever I use them, but
Nice.
no, I've got the power drill, I
Yeah.
got the impact driver, I've got a circular saw.
Nice.
So yeah, I buy Makita products too. Just because
Yeah.
well, that's what my husband used.
Still, yeah.
You've already
I'm
got the
still
Makita
kicking
batteries,
myself.
then you should stick
Yeah.
to Makita because then you don't have
Probably
8 different types of batteries.
No, they're
True.
making them all like interchangeable now.
Yeah. Then I do have the lithium ion. I have that for my drill. I have plug-in Makitas for my other stuff, like my Sawzall. And I
Let's
have
see.
the plug-in circular saw. Trying to think what else I have for Makita. But yeah, I like Makita. They last.
Mm-hmm.
I have another one that's I had given my father and found at the restore for like $20 along with the batteries and the
Wow.
charger for $20.
Wow.
Yeah, it was unreal. But he
Can't
had
go
the
wrong.
circular saw to use with it and it disappeared. I was kind of upset. I don't trust.
So she's not with her pepper seeds. Cheryl, I forget what state that you live in.
Yeah, what's your zone?
Because it's like it's getting late to be putting to getting pepper plants to come up. Like unless you live in a climate that is, I have to.
She bought plants, so she's got that.
Oh, okay.
She bought some at Walmart, but yeah, I don't know where she lives either.
There you go. So if you're already using Makita, I'd invest. You also get that universal battery for existing tools.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to maybe push for Makita. Maybe I could do that thing where you split the payments. Yes, Milwaukee is the one that's on sale, and I think that's at like $2.99 mark. So that was
nice
another one in the
variety.
running.
Yeah, she's got a spicy, a sweet, and then like a fryer, Italian fryer.
Yeah, jalapenos are the only thing that's surviving right now down here in my zone in 10B. And barely. There's things that are eating them. Yes, they are. I agree.
Pile tours are fun. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Hey,
yes, you do, Storms.
Yeah.
Because if the place is left empty, like,
oh, yeah,
somebody can go, hey.
Totally steal them.
We'll wait. Why don't you go up now? We'll wait.
Yeah.
All our riprap is gone. All of it.
Oh.
That's good.
Gone.
Wow.
Oh, then Missouri, she should still be okay for peppers. If she's direct selling them. But you said you got them. My jalapeno is from Walmart. It's just something is eating it, and I don't know if it's the iguanas or I need to go out there with my black light flashlight to see if it's something else, like the hornworms.
Goodness.
Oh, that's cool, Miss Sharon.
Oh, sweet pea. What are you doing?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that is.
For sure.
Definitely.
Hey, there's my 11s.
I'm trying to think if I have a saw that I think might be a Ryobi. I got to look at the name brands I have now. Like all of them. And then I thought I had a chainsaw because I still have the warranty, the booklet. It disappeared. We were trying to find it.
I'm a poor boy. I use Black & Decker.
Black & Decker is getting up too. There was one for $200 and that was just the pole. And I'm like, I'm not playing that. I'm not doing that for Black & Decker. No.
I've had mine
and then they had, go ahead.
I've had most, I have a power drill and a circular saw and a hand sander,
Palm sander.
Yeah.
One more thing. They all work. I've had them for like 7 or 8 years and still,
Right.
I guess whatever works for people, you know.
Absolutely.
It depends on how, and it depends how hard you are on them.
Oh, so DeWalt is owned by Stanley Black and Decker. Just found that out.
Interesting. That's interesting. That's like, what is it? Acura is a Toyota? Is that right? Like how they have the, oh no, is it Lexus? Lexus is Toyota. So that's like their higher end. DeWalt is like the Black and Decker higher end. That's interesting.
I'd rather drive a Toyota though, because you see them on the lot. They've got like, you know, millions of miles on them, and
They just don't die.
Oh yeah, Toyotas and Hondas.
You just here, put some duct tape on that. It'll keep going. Just put
there
it.
was
You know.
Right.
there was an
over
80,000
100,000.
Corolla. I think it was a Corolla. Anyway, I watched the video and I was blown away. The thing looked like it was like we had went back in time and it was brand new on the
Thanks,
lot.
Mark.
I was
Okay.
blown away.
Wow.
Acura's Honda, then
Beautiful.
the other is Toyota. Okay. Lexus is Toyota. Got it. Yeah, Hondas, you can barely hear the engine start. Even back in the day in the 90s. I
Yeah,
had
people
a
had to have
boyfriend with,
while it was running.
what was that?
People had a bad habit of trying to start it while it was running because it was so quiet.
Yeah, because it's so
My
quiet.
dad,
Yeah.
but I mean, I'm hardcore Jeep, but if I had to choose, I would probably get like a Toyota 4Runner because Toyotas just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If you take care of it, they just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, my husband won't let me get anything that's Toyota or Honda. It has to be those old American names, even though we ship out stuff that comes back. And yeah, it's all kind of a mishmash now.
Mm.
The only thing that I modified on my Jeep was the front end because I couldn't get the original axles for it. So I ordered something a little higher end, and it actually did better than the Danas that come off the factory. So I noticed a big difference. I took it off road. I mean, it was stock, and I took it off road. You know, you screw those up when you jack them up, put 37-inch tires on them. You know, you screw them up, you lose that center of gravity and everything.
Right.
Balance these vehicles out.
Right.
I went off road and people were just like, "You're crazy," and then like next thing you know, I'm at the end of the trail. They're like, "Wow, it's a Jeep. They're made to do that."
Yeah.
When you go jacking them up, then you screw them up.
Yeah.
People don't understand that.
No.
I'm done ranting though. For now.
Do.
Welcome back, Shawnee.
Hi. Miss Sharon's in a rabbit hole.
Okay, the same company that makes those popular red Milwaukee tools is behind Ryobi. Oh, it says
you're like right in that area.
In China, Mexico, Thailand, and United States, but most of it likely happens in China.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to avoid. Because I might as well then buy on Temu, and Temu has them very cheap. Yeah, now you're in a rabbit hole. I totally understand that. That's me.
How do you feel about that, Mark? Let's hear Mark comment on this. I would like to discuss this, Mark. Oh, we're covering up the rabbit hole now.
Oh no! Don't. This is good.
Let's put a big stone over it. We'll come back to it. Plus, rabbit holes all have all different exits, so I'm sure there's other rabbit holes that
That's
aren't
true.
covered.
That is very true. Funny.
But
'Cause
yeah,
it's like,
I'm just happy because the canopy will be cut back, and then it's like, you know how you have those things in your head that is like, I have to get that done, and then I can think clear on the other stuff. At least
yes.
that's my brain. And that's
Yes.
like my blockade right now is I need to cut back all the stuff that's overhanging. And my plumera looks like it has the plumera caterpillar that is inside of it and eating it, which will rot it.
Oh,
So I need to
no.
get that cut back and save cuttings because that was from my parents' home.
Oh, she's got
One more?
Okay,
Okay.
good. What do you got? Ryobi
Oh.
traces its origins back to Japan,
Oh,
where the founders established the company. In 1943, they were producing tools and
wow.
war materials for then the Imperial Japan in WW2. Wow. I thought Ryobi was like,
Interesting.
the new girly
Yeah, I
tool
didn't know.
company
Yeah.
because they
Oh, I
come up with
totally
new
love
ones.
their airless. That gun that they have for nailing, I love that you don't have to hook it up to a compressor and you just,
Mhm.
yeah, that
Mhm.
was what kind of, but yeah, Ryobi is usually known as a lower end
Mhm.
power tool.
But I thought they
That's-
were new on the scene.
Mm.
Oh, what does he say? He says, Shawnee Grows, we can discuss tomorrow, but import export is part of how the human species has survived.
True.
I know. I started texting him.
Very true. So then I have to go and research Makita and see where.
Yeah.
I mean, that just sounds Japanese to me.
It is.
Makita, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think use whatever you're comfortable with. I don't,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I might be a hardcore Jeep, but if someone offered me a car that wasn't a Jeep, I'd be like, yeah, or
Right.
a tool or whatever. It wasn't one brand or the other. I would be.
I agree. They make great motors. They do.
Yeah,
They really do.
Here's the car that will never die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. See a lot of them down here.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a Toyota.
Yeah, Nissans are known for being so fantastic down here. I watch a guy who is a mechanic and he talks about different things that they see come in. Of course, my car is on the list. I have a Dodge Journey, and he's like, yeah, that's one that sometimes it's like once something goes, then it just continues to snowball. But we have a great mechanic that we know, and he's been helping keep our car in line.
That's awesome.
It is Japanese. Oh, okay.
Well, those of us that live in the north kind of envy you all down in the south, and I'll tell you why. You don't have snow, so you don't have salt trucks destroying the undercarriage of your vehicle.
True. Very true.
I mean, even here we have that problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not nearly as bad as Cleveland, because Cleveland is in what they call the snow belt. So they get dumped. When they say 6 inches, it's like 10.
I have to go back and watch the replay of Shawnee did a wonderful live on growing a healing garden, and she has some lovely pictures that go along with it. But I had to cut out and get to bed because I was driving the next morning early. I need to hit that up and finish because, yeah, it looked amazing.
Yeah,
my healing garden. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We talked about there's different types of themes for healing. Like what part of you are you wanting to heal? What are the plant lists? What are the design tips? We walked through true real life built healing gardens in a lot of medical facilities or used for PT. We did, of course, mention how your brain on gardening is fantastic. And yes, Carol, I would love to hear about your healing garden. Please share.
Oh, it's not my own. There's 2 of them actually that I adore that we have here in Florida. One is called Butterfly World. and it's just one big butterfly garden. And then you go into the atrium, and there is butterflies from all over the world that are flying around you, and all types of butterfly plants. And then they also have a hummingbird aviary that you walk into, and it's the same kind of thing. Yeah, I love it. Unfortunately, it's gotten quite pricey to get in, but we used to be able to get an annual membership for like about $50 when Hannah was little, and that was, our
gonna
escape.
say, is there an annual, like, you just
Yeah,
we
I'm
have
not
a
sure what that
butterfly
and
garden here, and
Okay.
I've never actually gone to it, unfortunately.
Future
oh,
video
and
idea.
yeah,
Mhm.
I need to get down there. But the thing was that they also became later on, they became a sanctuary for people who had macaws and parrots that had passed on and needed a place to bequeath their parrots. So they kind of disturbed what used to be just classical
Oh,
music, and yeah,
right.
it kind of throws off the atmosphere. The other one is called the Murakami Museum, and it's Japanese gardens that you do a nice walk through, and they have water features, and they have the big koi lake. It's not just a pond, it's like a whole lake full of
Wow.
koi. And then they also have a restaurant where you can like eat, and it's all open, so you can kind of overlook the expanse. And they do like weddings at both. People can rent the venues for their weddings, but both are absolutely beautiful, and they just make you take kind of a deep breath and escape the concrete jungle down here for a little bit. And that was our escape too. You know, like when Hannah was homeschooling and she was struggling, we would just, okay, tomorrow we're going to take just a little day off and go over to the butterfly world, and let's see if they have any new butterflies. And she loved it. And we studied the life cycle of the butterfly. Kindergarten was great that way. You know, we could do all kinds of thematic units that were based off of it.
Yes.
So much fun.
Definitely.
And Murakami had great food. They had a really good teriyaki salmon that you could just sit there and enjoy and look over the beautiful gardens. But yeah, and then they would have like places where you could stop and reflect, or, you know, take a moment of peace and rest as you're traveling through the garden. But Murakami was an ode to the Japanese who came and worked the land and were a lot of like watermelon farmers. They farmed a lot of watermelon for us. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
and of course,
I kind of feel that, you know, my offsite garden space, it kind of has that feeling for me when I go down there. It almost what I would love to have, like, and I do bring a chair and I will sit, but it's almost like, you know, I wouldn't mind having, you know, a little umbrella so that I'm not just in the hot sun.
Right.
And because it's like, well, there is a farm, and first I just heard usually chickens and roosters and maybe some other type of bird, but now he has peacocks, so you hear that, but it's, and then of course there's lots of crows and other things, so I just love all the extra sounds of, like, it's just silence, and then, you know, you hear the bees and you hear all these different farm animals, and then you hear the wild birds as well, and it's I just love it.
Yeah, they have an interactive where you can feed lorikeets. They give you like a nectar that you hold in a cup, and the lorikeets will come and just sit on you and drink out of your little, and of course, like, the kids love that. Well, most of them who aren't afraid of that. And it's like an interactive part. They also have a bug museum. This is all butterfly world. They have a bug museum where you see bugs from all over the world.
What?
Yeah, you would like it.
My kid
Your
loves
kids.
bugs, yeah.
Oh my gosh, some of the beetles, he would be like, "What?" And even the some of the butterflies too, they look like birds that are huge. In fact, they used to go over the rainforests, and British soldiers would like shoot them. I don't know why, but thinking they were maybe food, and they would shoot them down.
There was something at the fair where you could walk into this cage and it was a bunch of birds and you could stand in there with them, and my kids really liked that, but I don't know what they were, like green birds and maybe blue. They were little.
Dolls, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe they were, and we would stand in there, and it was very stressful for me. But they liked it,
Right.
and I don't know what they were.
I
There
would
was a
love
feed
it.
you could buy. I don't remember what the feed was, but it wasn't at this fair that we went to the second year. It was only there the first year, and now we're gonna go again, and so we'll see if it's there.
Mm.
What are you doing?
Wait, what did Miss Sharon say? Something about chopping it. My late aunt was Japanese. She said,
"No, baby."
You know how big it is now.
Oh, look how pretty.
Oh yeah, getting big.
Hello, little titty. Hello, little titty cat.
That's
I
sweet little
know, it's such
Oh,
a pretty
sweet.
little kitty cat.
Crazy.
Yeah, we don't have an abundance of hummingbirds because we're inland enough that we are not in their path when they're migrating, which makes me sad. I almost moved to Georgia for just that reason, because I find them very relaxing, seeing them come around. And it's not relaxing, isn't the word, awe-inspiring. I just think they're amazing at how tiny they are, and I don't know. Just want to put one in my pocket.
Oh my goodness.
Let me just carry you around. You're adorable. But I hear they get vicious. Like they use their little beaks like swords, and will guard their feeders and things like that, which is kind of funny.
I have actually I'm not sure if he's here, but I've for most of the years I've lived in this home, we have a resident hummingbird, and when another one comes around, it will chase them off. And I, I don't, like with windows, usually they can't see, but this, when I would be teaching in the studio, the hummingbird would come and stare at me through the window. Or if we were having dinner, like if we have lights on, of course, then there's not going to be that same reflection, but it would come over to the door and look at us through there too. I also got bit here a couple of days later, and so at certain times of the day, it starts to bug me, and then you just unconsciously start scratching.
And you don't think any of it was like red ants that were farming the aphids that might have got you?
No. Because I'm in the trees, and I would see it, and I would smack it, and then and then a little bit later I'd see another one, and they're bright green, and I would just and it was.
So, I was gonna say we're talking about like preventing like sprays or plants, and it's like just wearing protective clothing was the thing I was gonna bring up.
Exactly.
Because they make like SPF clothing that's breathable to protect you from the sun. I don't know if an aphid can bite through it, but they're also ridiculously expensive. So it's like I've seen in woods, off-grid gardeners, they have bug netting on them, like they're in a it's ridiculous looking, but it's also like to the point of, well, I don't want this to happen again.
Yeah.
Well,
I normally the next day when I was going out, it was like, even though it was hot, it was like I was wearing this with the wrap and stuff like that. And when I am going out in the mornings to open the chickens or put them to bed, even if it's warm and I'm just wearing, just a spaghetti strap top, I put a jacket on, because it's like I'm just not interested in, because my histamines are already off balance. Even just having some mosquitoes hit me and mosquito bites for me last a very long time. So I think I'm at a place where I can't handle that. But yes,
I'm that way now too. I never
I
was.
have my problem is
Uh-huh.
from 2 years ago. I used to garden in a 2-piece bathing suit, and I'm doing that
Hey.
again. And so then there is so much skin exposed that I'm just a walking smorgasbord. So it's like, well, I guess you're not going to do that anymore now, are you, Maureen? You're not going to be.
There's like a season for that. The shoulder seasons of the bugs aren't quite alert yet. Then we can do that.
Yeah.
Then it's serious protective shield mode, and then later we can bring it out again, right? Like
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. And
Right.
and that is the thing. If I could just go, okay, Maureen, you're going out to do this, because I do take extra clothes, because if I have to go to the front yard, I'll put my bottoms on, or I'll put my overalls on. So I do have other things, but it was like I moved from this job, then I was this job, and it's like, oh, I need to do this. So now I'm it's like, but remember 3 jobs ago, so go get dressed if you're going to go and start doing pruning of shaded trees. So
Right.
so
What's this? Cell salts? Is that like what we were talking about before?
is it the
What's
Celtic
cell
salt?
salts? Yeah. I have to watch some of the Celtic salts because they have lead in them. I have to say that Sherry and Bobby were fortunate enough that they got to go to both places, like where they have the Celtic salt in the Carolinas. They actually ship that in, and then your Redmond salt, it is from Utah. Okay. Oh, not Celtic. Cell salt. What is a cell salt? I haven't heard of that. I guess. So you let us know that's not what I'm asking you for.
No.
Thank you very much. Cell salts, also known as tissue salts or Schussler cell salts, are a type of alternative medicine or therapy. They are based on the theory that maintaining a balance of certain mineral salts in the body cells is crucial for proper functioning and health. These salts are derived from the
fabulous.
12. Yeah, they're from the 12 inorganic mineral salts identified by Dr. Wilhelm Heinrich Schussler as essential building blocks for the cells and tissues. They are typically taken orally in tablet form, dissolved under the tongue for rapid absorptions. The tablets are diluted to a 6-time potency, meaning they are less diluted than most homeopathic remedies. They can be used for general health maintenance by taking a combination of different salts. Specific cell salts can be used to address particular health issues. It makes sense because I was just listening to something that said a lot of disease happens because of our lack of minerals in our cells. Because there's so many minerals, and some of them are just like so out there. Like they're just
can you share
how do you
what I
say it?
put in
Rare.
please?
Yes, ma'am.
So it's really fascinating. So it's a dissolvable tablet, and so like there's different types. So one talks about nervous tension, fatigue, headaches. Okay. One talks about gum and tooth sensitivity. One talks about sore throat, acne, stuffy nose, cold symptoms.
Why can't we just have all of them?
This
All
one
in
says
one.
Right. In
stress,
one.
nervous tension. Yeah. Muscle
I have all of that.
pain.
Oh,
Gastric
okay.
upset, heartburn, vomiting, flu symptoms. Like, am I supposed to have every one of them for
I
all the things
know.
that I have in my life?
It takes an hour to call those.
Lithium is actually a salt. Is it like that, Miss Sharon? Not that you're taking lithium. I'm just saying, like, are they just essential salts that our body needs, kind of like how lithium is a salt?
Baby.
Some days I wouldn't mind a little lithium salt. Just to try it. Just to see. Okay, no idea about that. Okay. I still have my little Redmonds. These are so cute. If you guys ever have a chance to go to like one of the Black's tropical things, that they gave me these little shakers that you can carry in your purse, which is nice. Which is really nice. But yeah, I like the Redmonds. That's what I use now. And trying to switch my husband over. I kept an iodized salt, but it was more for like scrubs and stuff. And all of a sudden I'm looking and there's my husband with the iodized salt putting it on something. I'm like, oh, that's not for that. I gotta move it now. I gotta move it. But yeah, it's interesting. I'll have to research that some, Ms. Sharon, because I am curious too about the minerals and how we are to get our essential minerals that we need. Because they're saying like mineral deficiencies cause quite a few of our diseases that we have now. And considering a lot of synthetic things are in our food, I wonder if it's similar to how synthetic B vitamins will actually push out the methylated or block the methylated Bs or the natural B vitamins that are to go into your cells. So, yeah, I'm gonna probably dive down that rabbit hole. Hey, Abe. Welcome in.
Hello, Abe.
I did share you out, so at least hopefully Abe saw it. Somebody will see it probably 3 days from now. my posts and stuff. I don't know.
No, I see your stuff.
Oh, good. Yes, please comment underneath my posts so I know you're seeing them. Same thing with my videos. If you have time, just little something, because it's interaction for the algorithm. For sure. Today I actually had my first sour sop. Actually, I had half yesterday. Today I had the other half. And I believe I have one of the more rare sour sops because it is not sour. It's more sweet, which is different. So we'll see. I'm hoping one will be a little bit, have that like pineapple tang to it. Because they're so good. And they're good for you. They're good for you. So yeah, I saved the seeds. Hopefully I will get out my seeds to all my ever-loving friends that I owe packages and
anybody.
No, but it feels like that. If I say it, I want to be good on my word, even if it takes me, years. I usually add more to the package if it's taking me a long time. Maureen's going to probably end up with a refrigerator box that arrives one year at her.
Well, as long as you tuck yourself into the box, that would be great.
Won't be little old maids be like, "Oh, you finally got it here. I can't bend and put anything in the garden anymore, but I'll have my helper do it." Hey, Jonesy.
Hello, Outback Tasmania.
Good to see you.
Jonesy. G'day, sir. Well, I'm looking on Amazon, and it is the Schussler tissue salts, but it's like here's a muscle one, a nerve one, nerve tonic. I think that's
Junior.
no, that's different. GT Junior. What's up?
Actually, yes, GT. It reminds me a bit of a cherimoya, but it's not a cherimoya because it's got the spikes. They have what's called a mountain soursop, and then there's another one from another country. I forget if it was El Salvador or something like that. But I love the Jamaican soursops that are actually sour and have a bite to them. Oh, okay, Duncan. I'll message it to you. I saw Duncan is making stuff with her resin. It's so pretty. I never got into resin work. I'm hoping to get back into mosaics for stepping stones for the garden. And
I must slip away and put the chickens to bed. I will be back.
Okay.
Mosaics were tricky, Carol, when we did them. Because it's like the timing of this, for you guys that don't know, the timing of when to put them in. It was like, well, that one sunk. Guess we're not ready yet. Like, oh, that one sunk. We better wait a half more hour. And then now it's like, what do I do with this?
It's so pretty.
It's hard and heavy. And
it's really heavy.
Yeah, we put a thing on it. What is this? So, yeah.
You can always tuck the hook and put it in the garden.
My kids are like, is it for the Christmas tree? And I'm like, oh, sure.
Yeah, why not?
The mosaics I do, you use grout and you basically use mastic, just like you would with tile. You use mastic to glue down the pieces and then you go back in and grout.
Yeah, GT, you be safe traveling, bro.
Yes, be safe. Absolutely.
It's not your driving I'm worried about. It's the other people.
It's always
rescue plants. What kind of rescue plants? Outback Tasmania? You rescued them from where?
We'll have to watch the video and find out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Howie's in the midst of rescuing a lot of plants from the secret garden of the woman who was moving, and I guess they're gonna bulldoze the property or something crazy.
I know, and it's like you have to save it all. You know?
Yeah, I know. Is there like trustworthy people to help that'll come in and do it too? It's like moving again.
It's so another level of moving.
That's what I said to Howie in the live. Like, it's like you're moving when you do.
And then the timing, like not all plants get moved at the same time for them to have a successful transplant.
Right. Yeah, we have that on our extension calendar. I finally thought, oh, let me send this to my husband. He can print it out at work. So now I have the calendar printed out. So I put it in those plastic sleeves because I had them. I didn't go out and buy any plastic, but I put it in a little notebook, and it tells you each month, like safe for transplant.
Wow.
Which ones you can, and also what to direct sow. Right now, the only direct sow, they're like, you could do, I think is it cherimoya? No, not cherimoya. That's because GT just said it. It's a really weird squash. It actually looks like those girls that have those yoga pants that have the seam down the middle that's cinched.
Oh gosh, I had like that. And I got rid of them.
Yeah, me too. That was like, no, thank you. I don't need any infections. Sorry. But it looks like that on one end, and I can't think of the name of the squash.
Okay.
They had that, and then, of course, okra. And now it's just like you can direct sow okra for now, and maybe by the end of August, we'll give you something different.
I like that as a series, just to talk about in one of the conversations of South Florida Sunshine Tropicals in a month. You'll go, okay, here's the June list of if you have any of these and you want to uproot them and transplant them somewhere else, or go to your garden group friends and go, hey, does anybody want any? This is the month to do it, and here's the 5 plants.
Right.
Like, that would be super cool to hear about because it matters.
Yeah, I'm thinking once I've got my garden set up a little bit, kind of like how Out of the Box was talking, growing out of the box, like setting the stage. So I look like I actually can garden behind me. So some of the Florida gardeners will be like, this is what to grow in Florida. And it's like, yeah, but Florida has 3 zones and microclimates. And for strictly South Florida gardeners, a lot of them are like, no, that fried. That died. I planted that list and it died. So that's hopefully I'll get to that point and do those videos for our area. Hopefully. I'm so
where did they go?
It's so hard to do that.
Yeah. What do you mean there's no wallabies for last Sep? Where did they go? Did they go
somewhere
what have
in the
winter?
Done?
Did you do
I-
something to them?
Oh, I thought she must have just turned them back on, Aid. I don't.
Oh, I've had an ad every, a lot.
Yeah, I started with one. But it helps Marine.
That's
Goodness
I
knows
don't-
I showed.
But it
Go
was
ahead.
a gardening one. What, Barry?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
I don't get ads on my laptop, but I do on my phone, even on my channel.
Yay, fixing the fence is very important with those little wallabies.
I was showing a lady friend, one of my videos on my phone.
This
And I
sounds
was
so
like,
naughty.
well, we'll wait until the ad is
That
done.
does sound naughty. That does
I'm
sound
sorry.
naughty.
YouTube.
Got it.
I can't take
Yeah,
you
how
all.
high?
I'm so sorry.
How high does your fence have to be for those wallabies?
For wallabies, yeah. Tell us more about the fence.
Yeah.
Outback
Oh, it was
Tasmania.
for Harbor Freight. I was looking at actually a pole saw from Harbor Freight, but it was a plug-in. Miss Sharon,
Sound the
you're
bells
such a
and the alarms. We have
sweetheart.
gifted memberships in the chat
Woohoo!
from a lovely Miss Sharon. Thank you.
Yes, that was wonderful. But yeah, I was looking at Harbor Freight. It's funny that you got my commercial. Probably, I don't know. They're mixing them all together. It never hits you. The commercials or the wallabies, Mike?
What?
Oh, the membership.
Oh, the
Oh, the membership. I know. Yeah, it's because we have those type of accounts that are, what do you call that? I don't remember. We signed up a while ago and
Branded?
thank you.
The word
Why can I
branded?
never think of the word
Yeah,
branded? Yeah, branded account.
The gifted memberships are random. That's chosen by a bot on YouTube.
There
So-
are settings.
Yeah, but you have to okay it for people who can get it. And Mike and I can't okay it because we have branded accounts. It doesn't even show up for us to click on that.
Oh,
I
that's,
don't have a branded account, but I haven't gotten one.
no, don't.
Maybe you didn't click the box in the beginning when they offered.
Because I
That to be a cat.
Yeah, I don't have a branded account. Oh my god.
Oh, what the? Totally knocked them off. Oh my goodness. Oh, you do have it on, but the picker hates you. Oh, so sorry.
Paint, tell them
Small.
all
Oh,
like it is. You're such a good girl.
oh, I'm glad you got Charlie back because sometimes those small dogs here, if they get out, they get taken. I'm so glad you got your Charlie back. And it let you know where that hole was. That's good.
Is the story in the video of the Charlie story, or was that on the last video and I missed part of it? Outback Tasmania.
Well, yeah, it's only going to hit 5 people for 5 gifts. True, Aid. And there's more than 5 people. Yeah, it's got. Oh, it just dropped by what?
Yeah, it's funny. It picked people that aren't really here. They're just subscribers instead of the
maybe
people
they
that are in the chat.
They might have checked in, and then it's like just watched the numbers drop really fast all of a sudden. That was weird.
Okay, Outback Tasmania. I didn't listen to the video. I watched part of it, so I'll go back and pay attention and hear the story about Charlie better because I was with family. So,
what is that on your Outback Tasmania channel?
Yeah, I put the link in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, our dog, I'm afraid, is going to be able to dig to the neighbor's dogs, but they have like the AstroTurf, the fake grass over there in their yard. So I'm really hoping he doesn't do that and mess that up. Yeah, they don't want to mess with plants. They're one of the reasons I need to get a pole saw because I need to cut my plumera and any of the tree stuff that's going over into their yard. Because I wouldn't like that either. If I wasn't a plant person and I'm getting all kinds of plant shedding from my neighbor. Yeah. I don't think I'd like that. I'm trying to be a good neighbor. But yeah, I can't wait to get it. And then it's funny because my husband will be like, I don't care what you get, but he'll be the first one that will want to get out there and use it.
You guys
Just
should go
like
to
when
the
I got,
store together and go buy one at the store and don't order one. Go together then and be like, this one looks like it'll reach the distance and the blade doesn't need to be
Mhm.
replaced every day that you use it. Like,
Right,
let's get this one.
exactly. Yeah, no, he doesn't like stores, and I'm the one who will meander and wander around and want to get just the right one, and he'll be the one that wants to get out. Which, as I get older, I think some of that, other than being a guy, is sensory. It's like totally sensory, especially in big box stores. Oh my gosh, they're so overwhelming because it goes all the way up to the ceiling, just like kind of Walmart. Everybody, hey! Oh, good, you got a membership too. Oh, we understand that. Diva will be right back. She's putting her little hens to sleep.
Why do you wait so
It's
much?
great that you could join.
People that watch on the TV, we care about you as well. And it is like one of those things where unless you have your phone or another device, like a tablet or whatever those are called, to go into the chat, we don't know you're there. Yeah.
Right. But we see your toes, like right there. They're cute. Because people are usually, they'll be like in bed watching.
Yeah, with your feet up. Yeah.
You need to trim that one though. That one
Very.
tribbed.
Piggy went to market. Yeah, somebody was saying like this little piggy is actually about them going to freezer camp, like before they go to freezer camp. And I'm like, I never heard that in that little rhyme. Where? Like this little piggy went to market. Like are they going to the market to get auctioned off? This little piggy stayed home. This little piggy has roast beef. Like what piggy when are they fattening them up? This little piggy has none. The wee all the way home makes sense. Like maybe they saw their friend. I don't know. But somebody said that was the dark side of the little piggy song. I'm so disappointed.
All those nursery rhymes have a very dark past.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Yeah. Ring Around the Rosie when, yeah. My son liked singing that at a certain time a few years ago, and it would freak me out. And I'd be like, oh, honey, let's sing a different song. Because it was about the plague. But for, I don't know if J3 is in his bed and watching now. I was curious as far as what people do about carpenter bees, because I hear about them, about people getting bombarded in their gardens. I don't have any, we don't have them. Yeah, they do. A lot of them have a dark side. Yeah, carpenter bees. I don't have bumblebees down here either. I think they're so cute. Those little fat things are so adorable. So cute. Or rotund, or how would you say that? Larger, fluffy bees. Fat is probably not the word I'm supposed to use. It's not politically correct. But they're so cute. I remember going to Georgia and just seeing these huge bees, and I haven't seen those. Like maybe since I was a little girl. It reminded me of Winnie the Pooh. They're about the size of like the old classic Winnie the Pooh books. A little red hen books to hand out to some of these folks around here. Oh, the little red hen. Is that the one? Yeah, that she prepares everything. She's the prepper. And then the day comes that she's got food and they don't, and they're all trying to come to her house.
And none of them would. Said, okay, well, you don't get any.
Right. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, that's a good book to hand out. Exactly.
Which was a good book.
The people that you said were saying they have a problem with carpenter bees. What's the problem? Is it they're getting in their house?
No, they dive bomb them while they're gardening. They
they're
fly at them. Yeah,
okay.
they don't. I don't know if they
play loud music while you're gardening.
Interesting.
It should keep them away from being at you.
Okay.
The rest of the tips are for like if they're infesting in your wood. So
okay. I know I heard one YouTuber say she uses and kind of enjoys those electrified swatters that
it's
look
like a tennis racket.
Tennis racket.
Yeah.
That she gets just so fed up that she finally just.
Wow.
They don't. They
that's
don't.
Not nice. Yikes.
Yeah. They do all kinds of stuff to open exposed wood that hasn't been painted or treated or sealed.
It's you can't. It's an unmistakable sound too.
So
you could actually hear them boring.
Filling in wood that's exposed, it needs to get replaced, it needs to get painted or sealed or siding, putting in a bee hotel away from your home so they have somewhere to be. There's also the warning of, remember, if you're using a chemical, it takes everything out, not just carpenter bees.
True.
You know.
Very true.
But yeah, professional sometimes needs to be involved just to get a plan in place of getting the house repaired, getting them out of the house, moving them, all that stuff.
I'm wondering, do they actually do the boring themselves, or do they go into holes, I wonder, that are already bored out? Like, because carpenter ants will usually find a hole that's already there and then continue the work through the wood. Oh my gosh, what? Start making furniture that doesn't match this. Annoying. I mean, lots are coming out. Yeah, that would be some interesting carpentry work. Have little bees. It sounds like a Cinderella story.
They tunnel the wood and make sawdust residue. It sounds like they make the hole.
Oh, like termites.
They chew the wood to create their nest. And they like softwood.
Okay. So pine would be perfect. Yikes. Yeah, J3, no wonder why you only like the honeybees. Oh no. See, Miss Sharon has them. There's porches covered in sawdust from them. Did you try the bee hotels, Miss Sharon, away from your porch? Like nailed to a tree or something? Get them interested in something else?
Screens, mesh covering to exist so they don't get in the holes again. How do you get them out? Let's see here.
Right. You probably have to spray them in their holes.
Ann.
Hey, Ann. Welcome in.
Because that sounds pretty serious, Miss Sharon, actually.
Yeah, it does. That's wild. We have a problem with them in the South. In fact, when my parents went to... We knew you meant good. You just woke up and no coffee yet. Well, happy coffee time. Millions of them up there. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, you need a professional.
She would have to wrap the whole house. I wonder if there's traps. Traps for them.
Wow, that's just...
Yeah. I wonder if there's treated wood that you can put out that they chew on it and die. They are great for pollinating the garden, Brenda says. But yes, they bore holes in wood. That's not good.
I'm sure
my parents
them. What eats carpenter bees?
Yeah. Probably what Gary was saying. The one that the praying mantis.
Woodpeckers.
Yeah.
Woodpeckers.
They might not mess with cedar. I'm not sure.
Robber flies.
Right.
But cedar is really good for keeping a lot of termites and stuff out of
Honey badgers.
They don't like the
Mantises.
smell of it.
Tiger bee fly.
I
Okay.
feel a sneeze coming on.
I hypnotized you effectively. How did I do that? With my hand action? Come to the praying mantis.
Yeah, we can't have those here. They'll die. Like, I could bring them here, but they'll all die in the winter.
Ladybugs are better for our environment.
I have those.
We don't have rain.
Yeah.
Yeah. My concern is anything that would harm the honeybees right now because there is just such a bad die-off for beekeepers this year.
My cat Mint has a honeybee that comes to it every day. Just
one.
one.
Yeah, I know, but Sharon, it's expensive, but I'm just saying it does keep them.
Maybe cedar shims, cedar plugs, Miss Sharon,
Just
where their holes are.
To paint the wood that they're eating.
Cedar oil.
Cedar oil works too.
Yeah.
Even if it's around your deck, that would deter them.
I agree, Anne. And we still have people that just think using, pesticides is the way to go, not thinking it's killing out the bees. I was telling J3 that there was somebody, and everybody else was like, what? And he was saying how one of the reasons he gets tomatoes is he just throws down some Seven Dust. And it's like, that's the way my dad's generation would deal with it. Just throw some Seven Dust. But they didn't know they were killing the bee population back then. They didn't. And there was enough around that they probably thought it wasn't making that big of a difference. But now we just can't afford that kind of stuff. But he was like, I've been gardening for 40 years. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, I did not say you did not know what you're doing. I'm like, but my father was born into farming and, it doesn't matter. The seven still kills them. Drowning honey, what bait? Honeybees, it would make the carpenter bees leave. Yeah, drawing those. Welcome back, Diva. Miss Ann's Place came in and Miss Sharon gave away 5 of your memberships again.
Aw, thank you.
I know. So sweet.
Very kind of you.
Oh no, running the ground. What? Istanbul was in the news yesterday with ticks literally running on the ground towards people. A new strain of, oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. Oh, a new kind that's from there. Got it.
Hi, Anne.
Yuck.
Oh, Oxendoyle. Interesting. Okay, so here's some of the answers. I brought up the carpenter bees because some people have issues with them. And I didn't realize they really are carpenter.
They mess some stuff up. And then Miss Sharon is like, yeah, I have them and they're a problem. Like a big problem. So now we're kind of digging into what eats them, how to get them out of the house, how to treat the house so they don't come back, how to...
Right. Oh, wow. Oh, my. Oh, yeah, the paper bag's a great idea. There you go, Miss Sharon. Just hang some paper. You fill them up.
Spray.
Yeah, I'm starting. There's a wasp nest starting in the little grooves of the chicken coop. So, yeah.
That's horrible.
When I had because of the, there seems to be taking on water, and so then I had through the rainy season I had a tarp over it. Well, I pulled the tarp down, and in the tarp there was a little wasp nest starting. So now that I've knocked it down, they went, yeah, but we really like this place. So now they're there again, and it's like, no. So I'm gonna have to have one of these evenings to go out and give it a nighttime spray. It's very small at this point.
Oh. I wonder though if they would eat right through that wood glue. I wonder if you could make like your own putty with, say, like a beeswax, and then mix in something that would be just toxic to them.
Vinegar they don't like, but yeah, once you have to get the holes sealed to get them to leave, and then you have to treat you've got to take care of the exposed weathered wood somehow. So if it's painting, staining, siding, it's like you have to do more than one thing.
I don't know if lemon works. I've never heard that even for bees. I mean, for wasps.
Oh, good night, Mark.
How do you use the lemon for wasps? I have to look that up now.
Hanging out with my friends.
Good night, Mark.
Appreciate you.
Good night, Mark.
Holy.
Thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate the support, especially for your wife. That's so nice to see. Here to go outside after finding it. Oh no.
We had ticks on some of my kids when they go to a certain place. Yeah. This year so far.
Lemongrass. Okay.
Where's my stalker?
What?
Where's your what?
Where did my stalker go? Is she still listening?
I don't know.
Oh. Gardening warrior. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I'm scared to go outside there.
Yeah, I want to spray our shoes. I got to find something to spray our shoes when we come back from a certain area that we always bring ticks home. Because the other day, people came home, checked, nobody had ticks. The shoes sat all night. Shoes got put on to go to work. On the drive to work, tick crawled up said person's leg. And now I'm like, okay, so I need to spray the shoes when we get home. What do I spray them with?
Wow.
I think that's what happened.
Maybe the
Barry
oil.
thinks they were in your shoes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I take my shoes off before I go to bed.
Sorry.
I leave the shoes by the bed. What?
No, we're good. I just got attacked by an animal. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yes.
When I go up your leg.
Being a cat over, I should have known.
I have jeans on, and it got my foot just now.
Those claws are.
It's very scary.
Yep.
Yeah. DEET's really toxic to other stuff, though, Abe. That's the only thing. Yeah, I like the citrus oil and paper bag solution, Miss Sharon, too. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that.
Tensicles are here, just getting worse.
DEET sounds like such an innocent name, doesn't it?
I know it does. Just eat it.
Wind chimes. Get the noise level up. See if you can deter them. We talked about what eats them. If you can get that there, you're gonna have to do everything. And then if you can hire somebody or a kiddo to come and take care of some of the weathered wood, or just move.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always that option. Just leave it for somebody else.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go.
There you go. Just have somebody come over, leave the house. Get a nice thick paint, and have them paint it for you. And yeah, leave. I'm always leery of when they're like selling a house and it's like freshly painted inside and out. So I'm like, what are you covering up? What's going on there with all that paint?
I think that's the most. I can't talk about this subject.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Nope. It's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. How many gallons of Kills paint could you use?
Oh, it's a whole level of conversation I'm staying out of.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Enough said.
Oh, bless you, Miss Sharon. I don't blame you. Yeah, her kitty must be in that play forever stage. Yeah, investigating, testing out everything.
It's like zooming really fast, and all of a sudden it's wedged in the thing over here, and then it's hanging from the curtain, and I'm like, why are you crazy?
That's my kitty
everywhere.
Yeah,
wild. Yes.
And then it just passes out.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, can you imagine if babies were like that? If babies were born to where they could like walk and then
Just all
run,
of a sudden,
like
yeah.
yeah, like within just a couple months. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
Parents
the
be
mock
so.
attacks. It's learning to hunt.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
hunting going on.
Learning, yeah.
I give it stuffed animals
Preparing.
because I'm tired of being hunted.
Right? For real.
We're talking about you.
We can't give our dog stuffed animals because she just rips them to shreds. So we have to do really like tough toys for her.
Yeah,
She's a
Cam
trip
has his
though.
own category of, and they don't last very long, but he's
Mhm.
proud of it for the week. That's why he only
Right.
gets one a month. Like, we're not buying one every week for him.
A thing that worked for Rosie, I sent it to Passamaquoddy when she got a puppy, and it's like they look like pacifiers, but for dogs, but they're made by that company that
Kong.
yes, and they're supposed to be really tough. Her tiny dog ripped the little loop off the back, like no time flat. And my
Wow.
dog's super strong and has not done that yet. I was like, that is just unusual. I don't know how it did that. Your like dog is so like Chi-Chi, like a little chihuahua, and totally just. But I did get that one, I think, off Amazon, and we might have ordered ours from PetSmart. So maybe it's a different manufacturer. I don't know.
True. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I said. I complained to Amazon. I left a lovely review. Like
All
with
right.
pictures that she had. Yeah. I was one of those let me see your manager people.
Oh,
Yeah, watch
Karen.
out for the ambushes. I was a
I don't.
total
I
Karen.
think feedback that is informational, informal,
Yeah, I do the
and
same thing.
I was going to
Don't-
say and nutritious. That's not right. What?
There's so much now.
Is
I do that too.
worth it?
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, they need honest reviews. I'm sure there's, a
Constructive
bunch of
and yeah.
I'm sure there's a bunch of 5-star reviews that came right after my review because that's how it works on Amazon. Like,
Flesh it
oh, I
out.
just love mine. It's perfect. It's so strong. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, I'm glad we covered the carpenter bees. We have termites here. One of the things my husband says is no lights on at night. It attracts your termites. Of course, no raw wood outside. Use pressure treated wood if you can, if you're going to use wood. Yeah. And then also watching old trees near your property to make sure they don't have any termite activity, because they'll move from that tree to your house when they swarm. I think they swarm about every 3 years, and it was right when my parents were about to put their house on the market that all of a sudden a swarm happened. Thank God it was just in those pocket doors that you have in like houses where it just slides in the wall. It had gotten into the pocket door area and gotten into a few little spots, and my husband's company was able to come and treat it, thank God. Rather than tent the whole house, like you see people how they have to tent the whole house to get rid of them. Yes, they do, Miss Sharon, and I am very wise to that. I noticed that with certain things. I noticed that with someone who wrote a book too and did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I never trust like those places that are like, it's their website and then they're saying like, oh, my product is like 4.75 stars. Yeah, because you can remove the ones that you don't like. It's your website. You can just go, oh, let's delete that. I go somewhere else. I like to see it somewhere else being sold so I can see closer to the true review.
Yeah.
And that's what's hard too with buying, equipment you want to last. Because even some of the names, like Makita's hammer drill, it's terrible. It's like all over the internet that their hammer drill isn't that good compared to other hammer drills. DeWalt has a good hammer drill, but Makita's had issues with their motors. for their hammer drill not doing so great. That's why I've held off on getting one. I'm waiting on Makita to make one that's just superior. Oh no, after we're talking about bugs, she's dealing with this. There's a fly attacking. Have you learned it? The hard way now always believed all good views and bar. Oh no, it was a fake. That's awful. Oh, what claim to be now? They won't give them. I'm so sorry. Hate that. Well, I got something that said that I had some kind of ticket and that I better pay right away in my text messages, and it looked like it was from a European phone number. It was like an area code that, it was like, looked like somebody from WhatsApp was sending it to me. So I just report and deleted that. But it was amazing. Like, could be legit if I didn't look up and see the phone number. Or sometimes it'll actually say like it's coming from an email, which is somebody's email. Like, really? Can't even be bothered to be better than that. Crazy. Wow. But anyway, opening up the canopy hopefully will lead to me being able to plan my yard better, because that's like one of my first permaculture assignments is planning your yard and how many systems you're going to use within the yard.
Okay. And is that part of the course that you're in? Like that you were?
Yeah. But I haven't looked at it this week. Not well, because I froze at that part and I still have to do it. And it's
I know, but that's back up. Like so what was the before that? What have you learned?
Actually it's only been 2 weeks worth, and they only give you an assignment per week, and the first one was just basically sign up for their message group. So that wasn't really an assignment. Yeah, I did that. I did that. I haven't heard anything from them because they have their own site that they keep the messages on, so it's peaceful and they're not dealing with trolls and stuff. But it did talk about systems and how we are a system, our body is a system, and basically input and output. And is there a way for you to take whatever is coming out of a system and reinvent it in a way that you can just keep things circular in the garden?
Right.
Yeah. And even around the household. It's a lot to think of. I'm like, I don't know if my brain is at that level anymore of student where I can, like, college student. It's very college studenty. As far as the amount of thought it takes. So, but it's low key. Like, they don't have due dates anymore. They removed the due dates for, the assignments to be turned in for. So it is a work at your own pace. So that's great. And I'm excited to learn. I'm just kind of stuck there right now until because I have to do the observation part, and I can't observe my sunlight until I have my sunlight. Right now, I don't have enough sunlight. I have hot spots. It's like, that's really what it is. I have hot spots, but no real, what the microclimates are doing in my yard. So, a system, of course, would be like your rain barrel system, taking the rain and reusing it in your garden, or how we take kitchen scraps and we might use them in a worm farm and then taking out, the worm frays, or what is that also called? The worm poop that we use. Can't think of the name of it, but using that.
Vermiculture? No.
Permaculture is the whole thing. Vermicompost, I guess. Yeah. That's how I'm starting to feel, Miss Sharon. The 127 years. Yeah.
Worm castings.
Before Thank you. Thank you, Shawnee.
I said it before Shawnee posted
She
it.
said it before I finished typing, yeah.
Thank you for acknowledging that.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Diva.
I feel like
I saw it at the same time on my computer. I'm sorry.
Barely.
Thank you, Diva, and then Shawnee after. I thank you both, but I thank Diva first because she came up with it first.
Thank you, Google.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So the next, I'm trying to think of other insects, like, because you were saying we have iguanas.
Rage
quit, Shawnee? What's that?
No, I'm still in it, Anne. I'm still here. We're good.
The thanking me, thanking her, thanking me, thanking her.
Yeah.
And
It's ironic.
Does Anne want to just see like drama? Like, fine, whatever.
That's ironic. I was playing World of Warcraft tonight for the show, and somebody was in there had a little fit, and everybody at the same time was thinking rage quit. They typed it all. I mean, it was like bam, 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 bam.
I never heard of that. I'm so
hilarious.
What is that? Is that what, like I just said, like where you get ticked?
Like everyone's upset and they leave. Yeah,
that's it.
Oh, okay.
I'm leaving.
There's a term for it now, apparently, Carol.
Oh wow. Okay, I learned a new term. Who is Andy? Anne? I don't know who Andy is.
I think Andy probably belongs to Anne.
I think so too.
Oh, Andy's yours? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Andy, I kind of like that.
I don't know. On my trivias, is that something on your YouTube channel or something you do at home? It could be.
When you guys are playing trivia.
As in Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Oh, a sweet guy from UK.
Sweet guy from the UK.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Somebody that you watch. Okay. Gotcha.
Gotta go show him my age again.
Your Thursday trivias.
Somebody raged quit at a place. The whole kitchen staff left. They had to close the restaurant because they need to hire new staff.
Oh wow. Oh, done with this crap. Oh, I've rage quit. Yeah, I've done that. Yep. I've been a rage quitter before. Okay, got it.
God, it just we were rolling.
That's me over at Shawnee's when we're playing her game and I can't type fast enough.
I almost played that last night.
I was wondering if you were going to. But yeah, I can't either type fast enough or because I'm dyslexic, I can't spell. So I'll spell it wrong and then somebody will spell it correct and get it. And I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna rage quit now. Oh, okay. That's cute.
No, I couldn't go live last night because I would have just yelled at somebody to choose somebody out. That's the mood I was in. So I was like, I better stay off the internet tonight.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, my channel.
I understand. I needed to
would have yelled at somebody.
I needed to just take a chill pill and go to bed, and I did. And then the chill pill made me sleep until like 12:30 in the morning. I mean 12:30 in the afternoon.
Oh,
today.
Like 9:30?
Yeah, like
that's
noon
a whole
30.
lot of.
And I could have kept going. That's why I can't. What? That's why. Yeah, I very rarely ever take it. So because of that, it just makes me sleep. I'm supposed to take it like any night that I have the fibro acting up. And when I'm upset, the fibro gets upset too. Ooh. And everything tightens up.
Mm-hmm.
A good rant gets great views.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I noticed that with certain channels. That's what they go for. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When their views are down, suddenly they're ranting about something. Or that's just their whole MO is rants and things. Yeah, it seems to. Well, that's the news. The news is made to get you angry. So you will keep coming back. There's something psychological about that. It's crazy. But that's what they do. Oh, the Brits banter a lot. Yeah. You just watch and laugh like crazy. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start recording some of those chats in World of Warcraft because it's just freaking hilarious.
What
Some
the
of
guys
it I wouldn't
in
be.
the
Yeah,
guys in
just
World of
some
Warcraft, what they get upset about?
the chat is just insane sometimes. I'm just like, oh my god, you hear yourself.
Right.
Like I asked somebody one day, I said, could you read what you just typed out loud? And they're
Oh,
like, I did. So, and I said, do it again.
Oh my gosh, my hair is
And
driving me crazy right now.
then they started like,
gotta shake it
cussing.
out.
And here comes staff, and the staff said,
So much.
that's enough. If you start cussing anymore on this server, we'll kick you off.
Oh boy.
What
Oh wow.
minutes
Is that
later,
bad?
staff came and said bye. They were gone.
Oh.
The fly is
Oh.
staring at me. It's literally right here on my monitor staring at
They
me.
mock you, don't they? They just mock you.
Crazy.
Sad about this. Good night and
Supposedly
God
they
bless
can't.
y'all, Duncan.
Oh, good night.
Good night, Duncan.
Good night, Duncan.
Good night.
Yeah, actually, I'm
Hope
probably
Andre's
gonna
feeling better.
be saying good night. So we think we've
This-
kind of covered lots of information and
Recipes in
gave
the
me-
description.
yeah,
Yes.
I've put the recipes in the description just while we were here, so they're there. So they're just some minor ones, but I am going to look at
Miss Sharon, I
possibly-
know. Okay, I know. Sorry.
you can
What'd they
do
say?
it.
Yeah.
I know, Miss Sharon. Okay.
She's waiting for us to get off stream so she can just go.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Yes, thank you
Do
all
the
for joining the
chopstick.
chat. And so big thank you to
Yeah.
Miss Sharon, who is our goddess modest, goddess
Woohoo!
modster.
She's
And
the
of course,
mom.
Carol from South Florida Sunshine. She typically goes live on Fridays. And of course,
Yes.
Barry from Storms, Raiders, and Cats. And do you want to also mention your other channel, Barry?
Yeah, Paper Airplane Kentucky.
Paper
That's where all
Airplane
of
Mm-hmm.
the drone videos are all going to that channel because it's not on its way to be monetized.
Right.
And I don't have the proper license to fly my drone lights, to make money off of it. So
Okay.
Mm.
Awesome.
I'm
And
not
also,
down here $50. I might mess up the test
Mhm.
and then I'm out.
Mhm.
right. Right.
Right.
And also thank you to Shiny Grows for coming and bringing in some info and for hanging out with us. And do subscribe for all of you that might be watching the replay. And if you haven't subscribed to these fabulous channels, please do so. And you'll be able to catch whenever they are doing lives. And Shawnee, she's a what do you call it when they just pop up? She's a pop-up
I
kind
do
of
pop up after
Mhm.
9:30 p.m. Central Time any day of the week, and I do educational gardening live streams, and a monthly garden tour will be coming out soon.
Shawnee is a
Woohoo!
streamer.
Yes. Oh,
Mhm.
I just bought a ticket to our mango festival, so hopefully I'll have something from there, either video or it would be nice if I could go live, but I don't know. I want to also meet people and talk to them there.
Yeah.
Take me with you.
Fan girl.
I'm your brother. Take me with you.
Yes, and a happy Father's Day to all the dads.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
and so thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do really appreciate you spending your Saturday evening with us. So take care and God bless.